Chronicles of the Coast, our weekly Dungeons and Dragons stream. This is our Wednesday group, following the group of the 4 noble adventurers and their drunkard elf pet, as they... Everybody shakes their head. It's like, no, I'm not feeding him.
Yeah.
I'm not taking care of him. When he needs shots, it's not on me.
Right?
I'm pretty sure we let him get a girlfriend so that we didn't have to do this anymore. Right?
Seriously. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm on board with that idea. This guy.
You know, with our stray pets, we should spay and neuter them.
How does that work with a dragon?
You're starting with
Rubber bands.
You're starting with DM inspiration.
Yeah. Didn't even try.
That was pretty. Like channeling your inner Bob Barker
Bill.
there.
I love Bob Barker.
Remember to spay and neuter your elves.
The price is wrong, Macma.
Right?
Price is right, Opa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what Nakmon needs. He needs a really good catchphrase.
He does. I've been trying. I've been thinking about it.
And there was one game where I thought that your catchphrase was going to be, "This is a nice fire."
I was working on that.
This is...
We haven't had a fire in a while.
Yes. Yeah, we just did, you know? It's just
We
the
did!
catch on fire.
What was on fire?
I was preoccupied. Family reunion.
Yeah. You don't think that I'm not going to start a fire on 2 ships? I'm a warlock. I have to be reckless, man.
Like I'm gonna cast fireball. Like
Started a fire on one
that's
ship.
gonna happen.
Yeah. Like, it's fine. I
It'll go away.
I could put it out, man. It's fine.
You got put out.
We can
So
Yeah, the
Fix
druid
it.
took that. Took care of that, right?
let's pick up exactly where we left off, where you're standing around on the deck. There are 2 dead Minotaur and 1 who is unconscious. Nope, 1 dead Minotaur and 2 that are unconscious.
Did we get Opa's body?
No.
Okay.
Sank into the dark depths.
Wasn't there a total of 3?
There were 3 enemy Minotaur.
And Opa.
No.
And 3. Yeah. Okay. So one's
There's
dead.
5.
One's unconscious. One's dead.
5
2 are
Minotaur total.
No.
2 are your friends.
Yeah. Got it.
1 disappeared into the ocean.
Uh-huh.
1 is an enemy and is unconscious, and the other
One's
one
dead.
got stabbed or something.
Got it.
Yeah.
5 little minotaurs.
Stabbed or
Jumping
something.
on the
I'm pretty
bed.
sure he just floated to
It did.
the top of the ocean. Okay.
It's salty.
And then we saw this
okay?
like big ass object go underneath the ship past us.
Yeah, I had to leave a bit early. Can I get a quick recap on that
His
last little
familiar
bit right
seen
there?
it. We did not.
You're familiar from up in the air where it was.
Mm-hmm.
The ship got rocked last minute, hit hard by something. It seemed like something hit hard, a lot like the time that you guys encountered that cataclysm dragon.
Okay.
But when that happened, nobody saw what it was. Everybody was looking over the edge at where Nakma had gone over, waiting for him to come back up. The other side of the ship, your familiar saw from the air, a large, as big as the ship, maybe bigger, below the water, bumped against the ship. Some tentacle or something rubbed right against it, and then the whole shape just down into the water, quicker than anybody could ever imagine. Faster than anything in the water has any right to be.
Okay.
It scared me, and I'm fake sleeping right now.
You fake sleep.
Yeah, he says he's fake sleeping. He's unconscious.
Yeah,
They pulled him
that's
up
real.
out of the water, and despite the cleric attempting, he was unable to
Thori?
get him to awaken.
Thori?
Thori!
So Thori tried to heal him and it
No.
didn't work.
Cyrano.
I gave you a potion. Yeah.
Me as well.
Cyrano gave a potion. Thori did a quick check on him. Nothing has stirred him from waking.
Right.
Okay. So we're on deck, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. Cyrano, why is he not waking up?
I don't know. Sorry. What is it?
He's unconscious!
Okay.
That's all I can say!
Sometimes he fake sleeps. Are you sure that's not what's happening here?
I'll look at it again! He goes over to Nakma, pulls open the eyelid, looks at it, pokes him in the eyeball.
Oh God.
Several times.
I was gonna suggest kicking him, but
Dirty. Did he wash his hands?
I'm pretty sure that he is not coming to! I don't understand it! Perhaps it's magic!
Cyrano, do you have anything that stinks very badly? Something you could use to wake him up with?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
This
You know,
is-
I heard that this works once. I never tried it. And he takes like a pencil, a stylus that he has, and he like reaches into Nakmon's throat and like,
Ah.
and you wake up. Oh God! This gag reflex is
cough up
working
water and
still.
shit. Do I cough it? No, I
I
wouldn't.
can't even do my French accent with you screaming in my ear. I'm like, I can't
Right, I feel like I'm upsetting the party. I'm gonna go back below deck.
Hey.
Just swinging.
Can you heal this one also and like put him in the brig?
Right, I'll heal him. Though you might need somebody else to chain him up.
Yeah, the cam show. Where's Navi? Navi, would you like to take care of this for us? It's your ship, after all.
We have a room that we could lock him in. Although he's a large minotaur, he could break doors down. Unlike the small child we have locked in a closet now.
Wait, you don't have a brig? You just locked her in a a closet?
She has mage hand.
You locked a
idiots.
child in a closet? Wait, oh yeah, she's a halfling.
Yeah,
Jesus.
she's not a child.
Okay, yeah.
She has already showed us that she can get out of any doors.
You know, where's she
A
gonna
crew
go for
member
now?
is watching the door,
Okay.
and it's locked. And it's not the closet; it's the room that she was in. Although, look,
Fine.
she's secure.
Yeah.
The minotaur, however, is a minotaur. This
Chain him to the
bull of a
mainmast.
creature. I don't have chains for this. Do any of you have shackles? This
Feel like-
is a
I feel
passenger
like you're trying
ship,
to get
not
rid
a.
of my shackles here. Been hanging up for
They're
a
hanging
while.
off your belt.
But he's like tucking them into his bag. This
no,
is
my
what
shackle.
we're talking
No.
about.
As this is going on, Nakmot jumps
Damn it!
hastily,
So he's got me my shit. I walk
runs
over.
to the side of the ship and is yelling for Opa. Opa!
Do it.
Opa!
Keep yelling for him.
Opa! Where are you, brother? You're supposed to be here!
I'll jump up and start scanning the horizon.
Bro, Opa! And I'm just looking in the water. Off in the
Strider
water.
comes up. He's next to you. Opa! Opa!
I shove him. Get out of here! Opa! Opa!
Opa!
Opa!
Nothing comes to the surface.
Gonna stand there. And
Nakma, I think he's the one. He's the
I
one.
grip the side of the ship and the wood slightly cracks.
Strider comes back just a little bit, hand on your shoulder, is like, don't worry. I'm sure that there is no way that this will ever come back to haunt you.
You need to close your mouth right now.
I'm pretty sure we can close the book on Opa. I've got a feeling. Right, I'm gonna go.
In the meantime, I am going to go inspect the areas of the ship that were on fire
Where's
to make
free
sure
ward?
that we are not going to sink.
Give me an inspection check.
Okay, I shall.
Where's free ward?
Free
So
ward.
that's really
Still
good.
downstairs.
Some about 28.
With all the other passengers.
It's mostly superficial damage, although the ship is damaged and it does need repairs now. It will continue to make it just fine to the aristocracy of Page, where it will need to be repaired there.
Okay.
The hand railing is in pretty serious condition and could easily break, and somebody could go overboard.
Okay, so with Tinker Tools, I'd like to repair that.
It'll take time and resources. Do you have the wood?
I can get it from other parts of the ship.
Can.
Barrels and whatever I need.
Yeah.
love it.
Or a tabletop, or...
Yeah, so you
Table
disappear to go and find salvage. And
I'm sure they have
That's
spare
my
rubber
leg
somewhere on the
light!
ship.
Yeah,
case they
every
need to make
ship
repairs.
has means to repair a little
Yeah.
bit on sea.
there's a little bit of stuff. You still come back with like some weird odds and ends, and like
I go to work drilling and putting in braces and
you're putting
You
things
should use the
back.
crow's nest. They're not going to be using that very often.
It
Oh,
takes
good
it takes a
idea.
while. It
I
takes
will
up
go salvage the crow's nest. wood.
it takes a while. It takes up
Yeah.
most of your time. But
Just
as
trying to
you're
help.
doing all this, you see that Navi comes up and he's like, "Wait, where did you get the?"
Don't worry about it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Has anybody seen my peg leg?
Really
Oh,
best not to
no.
think about it.
It's like one of the fucking, like, rail banisters.
Just imagine the liability of someone who to fall over.
Yeah, it's the foot's like sticking out like this. it's like General Santa Anna's leg.
He didn't even bother to take the boot off.
Right.
He needed the leverage for the extra inch.
It's screwed in, so you can't even get the boot.
The boot's like it's just paint on the bottom of the wood.
Oh yeah. Totally. Sweet. So that's what Cyril's doing.
I love it.
The Minotaur is taken somewhere, and he is attempted to be tied up, and he's below deck. You've yelled for a while for Opod, nothing happened. Strider has disappeared. The other Minotaur is hanging around real close to Balthazar.
Yeah, I was gonna go have a chat with her
Ayla?
when I get an opportunity to.
I sense you have something that you wish to say.
I'm just gonna lick my wounds.
Ayla, my friend, now that we are going to be docking soon here in the aristocracy of Page, I wonder what your plans are.
I've thought about this over the last 2 days, and I have decided that I will remain with the ship and the crew. I have talked to the captain while you were not around, and I feel it is best if I spread the word of Seleos around the globe with these explorers.
Splendid choice.
I could change lives.
Seleos is proud of you this day, my new friend. I have something that I'd like to give you to help set you along your way. Use it to spread the word of Seleos, and I give her 50 gold pieces.
This is more money than I have ever seen in my life. I think. I don't know. I don't really understand the value of money.
Use it as you see fit. I know your kind does not understand the value of money very much, which is
If I give this to the captain, will he hire me?
Do not give the money to the captain. He will most likely hire you without giving him money.
Should I give it to Navi?
You should use it to buy things.
You little folk are strange. But I will do my best to use the money. Seleos guide this metal to be good. And she takes a coin and throws it into the ocean.
Nice.
I've heard that people make wishes like this.
I really have to remember about your culture sometimes before I hand over lots of valuable coin. But I do think you'll use it as wisely as you can, and I have appreciated your company during our time on the ship. Just remember, not everyone will be so open to the word of Seleos, so choose the people that you speak to wisely.
Right, but those people are wrong.
I'm glad to have met you.
Just leaving a loaded gun, sitting,
At any rate, when the time comes for us to depart, my friends and I may not have time for a proper goodbye, so let this be our farewell.
I am new to Seleos, and I must admit I don't understand fully everything. What is Seleos' stance on violence and removing the guts of your enemies?
If there's no other way, and if the law supports it, then be my guest.
Good. Violence is still an answer.
It's still an answer. It's not the first answer.
Also, could you please have a word with your other horned friend? He stares at me awkwardly, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, by the gods. He's young, Ayla. Barely more than a teenager. You know how they get. Especially the males of your species. I don't
understand what you're talking about.
I'm talking about what you're talking about.
Right.
But
A
I'll have a word
teenager?
with him.
How old is he?
Barely more than 20, I think. I don't even think he's 20.
Remarkable. He's nearly twice my age.
What? This is madness. I don't understand you people at all. But
The Minotaur reached maturity at 14.
how the hell old are you?
16.
He's 16.
Yeah,
And
you said
you
nearly
are.
20. You don't know that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Magma's like, yeah, I've only been 16 this whole time. Yeah, he says it like every chance he gets. Just Taz isn't paying attention.
Yeah.
It's like, Magma,
What's
I'm
that? You're
busy.
60?
What's that?
Almost
You're
20?
60? Yeah.
You trying to say your birthday's coming up right now? I'm busy now.
Yeah, what do you want, a birthday
It is
cake?
actually.
Nakma, or Ayla, I had no idea, but you are brave for one who has only lived, 8 or 9 years?
I'm 11.
11. Okay. Yeah. Well, you are very brave. And like I said, I am glad to have met you. And please go and spread the word of our Lord Saleos. And remember that violence is not always the answer. Sometimes the word is mightier than the sword.
I will ponder what you have said. Cilios, watch over you, master.
Yes. Alright. And I'm just going to go back and join Nakma and just kind of hang out with him, share a bottle.
I'm just sitting
quietly.
on some steps, licking my wounds. I got a lot of.
You know, you act like a young man, Nakma, but I just learned something about your kind. How long
What did
did
you
you
learn?
plan on living in the basement of your parents' ship?
Boy, not the time.
Hey, can I talk to the druid really quick?
Yeah. Navi is up there. You see that he is.
need it back, my friend.
He's up at the bow of the ship. He's working with the ropes, getting the sharks all ready to take off, and it looks like he's just about wrapped up there, and the ship's ready to get moving again.
Yeah, I got snack with me.
Snack.
Yeah,
Forgot about snack.
I brought snack.
Hey, can you tell me anything about this Drake here?
He looks down at the creature and says,
Right? Seagulls sitting on the end.
Cape begins to billow. Yeah, like a seagull's like flying up in the draft.
Totally gliding.
Yeah. Because it lets off a little gust of wind. Anyway, I don't know anything about drakes.
Shit's on somebody's head.
I think it'd be pretty helpful to know at least how to take care of this thing.
I don't deal with drakes very often. What do you know about it?
This one's blind, and I stick my hand in front of it, and I go like this. I think he might be deaf, too.
Oh no.
I don't think it translates very well. He can still feel stuff. And I tap his head. He looks a little surprised.
Open his mouth.
Yeah.
Feed me.
I'm like, oh god, I forgot to put the muzzle back on. I put the muzzle back on. I don't even know if this thing's a male or female.
How do you tell?
Oh, well, Nakma's not there.
He's
so
also
I'm not-
really old too. Like
Not-
I'm pretty sure because like, you can tell, right?
Yeah, you said he was old before. He was.
It's got these whiskers on the sides of its face.
Yeah,
What
1
if he
foot
just
and
meets
gray.
Or are they
Shit.
tentacles? I
It
can't
just
tell.
has like a very hard outer layer right now.
He's
You're not there, Taz.
I'm wondering
kind of like
aloud.
constipated. He can't shed. He's having shedding issues.
Yes. What do you think of Mooney's new animal?
I mean,
The name.
I'm pretty sure when it looks this sickly and gray, it's probably like a brand new Drake.
Yeah.
I think it used to be like one of those mining ones that carried the carts out.
Well, yeah. It's a drake.
I got them before they were gonna put them in the glue factory.
Probably a breeder.
Yeah, totally.
It's only 3 years old, but it's had like 5 litters.
Fudge, that's horrible.
I know.
Looking down at the drake that you have, is like, well,
He's a rescue.
Yes, perfect.
It.
I love rescue animals.
well, it's not an animal. By definition, that is. It's not a beast. Drakes are,
They told me this is like a horse.
wow. Well, I don't know what they meant by that, but these creatures are, they're closer to a pseudo-dragon. I mean, like, Look, I don't know if your species would understand this analogy. Okay, you're a lizard person, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how closely do you feel connected to the alligator? Because
But
that's
as close as you to humans.
right. It's kind of like a combination of like a great ape. A large ape is similar to humans. They're not quite animals. This is a drake. It's not quite a dragon. Dragon, I don't think there's anyone out there that I've ever met who would claim that a dragon is an animal. This is like a subspecies of dragon that just didn't become the...
That's not a dragon. It doesn't have wings.
Right, it's a drake. Same with the pseudo-dragon. A pseudo-dragon is actually not a dragon. It's called a pseudo-dragon. Your friend who has one. A pseudo-dragon itself is, by definition, not a dragon, but it's also not a drake. It's a subspecies of dragon. I mean, like...
Does it speak Draconic?
Pseudo-dragon? I don't know much about pseudo-dragons. I don't know. Do they?
No, I mean the Drake. Does it speak Draconic?
Maybe.
I don't know if they speak anything. I don't think...
Spill the water.
They're, I mean, you've got drakes, which are like dragons but have no wings. And then, of course, there is the worm, which is like a dragon but has no wings and no legs. You've also got the wyvern, which has 2 wings and 2 legs, and a tail with a stinger. Then you've got the pseudo-dragon, which is small and has 4 legs and 2 wings and a stinger. And then there's the landworm, which has 2 legs and no wings. And then you've also got... Look, it's really complicated. It goes on for quite a while. But essentially, it's a subspecies of dragon.
Got Mooney going. Got the druid going about subspecies of dragons.
So, what would I feed this thing?
No, I'm not really sure. Well, let's look at...
Just meat?
Is it going to bite me if I
just-
touch it?
No, we put the muzzle back on.
Oh, okay. So it's like looking at the animal, and he puts his like hands on the animal's on the drake's snout, and it's like, and he lifts up the jaws a little bit and looks at the teeth, and he's
Yeah,
like,
they're almost all gone, like chewed down from like biting bars all day.
wow.
well, it looks like the creature eats metal.
Chew toy. Cannonball.
It's terrible.
Honestly, looking at this, I've seen some teeth before, and this animal's been horribly neglected. The poor, I keep calling it an animal. It's not. This drake has been horribly neglected its entire life. This is absolutely horrible. It might be in pain. Have you considered putting it down?
Oh shit. You don't have any way of like making it better, right? Like a restoration or something like that?
I'm afraid I don't know any greater restoration spells.
Oh shit, maybe I should go see the cleric. You know what? Thanks for your help. I'm out of here.
What? Okay.
I take the dragon and I start running downstairs.
Oh, Frodo.
Back to Thori.
So
Right?
anyway, Thori, he told me that if I got to you guys, you might be able to fix his teeth. Otherwise, I have to put this dragon down. I don't want to do that.
Right you are! For the low price of 150 gold, I believe I can cast greater restoration on your drake!
I'll have that by the night.
Oh my
And I
god.
walk off, and I all of a sudden you see the scene cut again, and I like walk up to Taz and Nakmal. I'm like,
We're sitting on the steps just chilling.
hey, can I borrow 150 gold?
What's the gold for, Mooney? We're kind of on a ship.
I'm totally gonna like invest it into our kick-ass Drake, and I turn around and look back at him, and he's like saddlebacked, and it
There's
gets
like
worse every
a
time I
few
describe it.
flies like buzzing around him. Mooney, you are our kick-ass Drake.
That is your name, the Drake.
Yeah, but
That thing?
And Nakma is relieved because he thought he gambled and there's
Come
no
on,
gambling
just-
on the ship.
just take it out of my winnings next time we fight something, okay?
Well, you have certainly earned 150 gold. You gave me
no.
your gold, so I will just give it back to you if you wish it. Here, it's yours.
Fudge yeah. And Mooney takes off with the drake back to Thor.
Taz is out 200 gold in 10 minutes.
What's the Drake? What's the Drake rated Drake for? Is he
You know-
compensating for something?
Nakmar, you and I need to talk.
Well, you better believe it, my friend.
I know that we need to clear the air because I get the impression that all this time you have been blaming me and by extension Soleos for the death of your parents, but it turns out that I heard another name. And I seen
I
something.
don't blame you for their death.
Strider in the
Right.
background, who's like comes around the corner. Obviously, Dragon's like he's lying, you know. He doesn't hear shit.
By the gods,
Careful,
Strider.
my man.
I got it. Hold on.
By the gods, control yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Strider.
Hit like and subscribe.
To see more of these excellent moments.
Chronicles of the Coast plays D&D drunk.
Hey,
Not
I'm
yet,
totally
damn it.
breaking
Yeah.
the
Not
rules
yet.
here right now, guys.
In the meantime, you hear, Derica, I got it. And you look down, and Cyrano has enchanted this like piece of stone to like have this warning sign go by, like where the where the messed up railing is.
Nice.
And
Yes.
it just constantly is like warning. He's like magnifique, and he just like walks away.
There's like
From-
several peg legs.
From the Stanley Security Company. No, I don't blame you for their deaths, my friend Taz.
It sure has felt
My
like
concern is you recruiting children into your devilish society.
Children?
Very
Okay,
concerned.
first of
Hello,
all,
he's a child.
I legitimately
Child.
had no
Yeah.
idea. Okay.
I don't know many children that can murder people.
Second of all,
Don't you? We just met one.
Google.
Yeah.
Google will tell
That was
you.
a
She
half
wasn't a
wing.
child. Damn it.
Prove you're
Sorry,
wrong, Zero.
sorry,
Anyway,
sorry.
Second of all, where I come from, we have a place called Sunday School,
Oh God.
and
Sounds creepy.
let me tell you about converting young children to a cause, my friend. But that being said, here there are actual benefits to being involved with the cause of Soleos, and I feel like I did more to protect our young friend Ayla than I did to put her in harm's way.
We shall see.
Cutting away. Thori is there. He's like 148, 149.
Oh no. Somebody scream
150. Right! Oh, 150 gold coin!
I'm glad you can count.
Nice.
Give me an hour! I gotta grind it into dust!
Oh shit.
It takes a lot of time! An hour later, he's like, alright! I went by quick!
I'm exhausted.
He's got a gold.
Her arms are so big.
He is the dude with the big arm.
Yeah, he's got the grinder. It's like a coffee grinder, but for gold.
By the light of Magni! Ranginus! Ominous! Oh, good grief! And like and your Drake's teeth regrow just.
Whoa.
They look like they're 20 years younger.
Awesome.
It's still blind and deaf.
Yeah! Look, all I need is another 600.
Oh my god.
Slowly putting it back together, guys. It's a classic.
It's a classic. Yeah. You're gonna like restore it to original.
Yes!
Oh my god, dude.
My Drake!
Give the man a
No!
wish spell.
I call him the money sink
So
now.
crazy.
You know, this thing could be so many spare parts for you if
The
you
money
just let it
Drake.
go.
What are you talking about?
The things that you could make with this thing. More rope out of the
The drake.
drake.
All this sinew. Okay,
Out of the
thanks.
sinew.
No, I'm good.
Are you
Well,
guys
it's
good
made
on the
his
boat?
Snack, you know.
The only other thing that I want to tell Nakma is that what I seen, which is
Right, we didn't finish that.
the silhouette of that creature, a massive creature that struck the boat on the way by. I'm sure you all felt it, but my familiar from way up above seen the silhouette of it, and it was massive.
What was it?
I do not know, but I heard a name whispered. What was that name, Nakma?
What name did you hear?
Are we playing coy now? You don't have to tell me. But
Cyrano walks up.
Hi, Cyrano. I was just having a chat with Nakma here about something that I seen pass beneath the boat. And it had tentacles and it was massive, not like Kadar. And you were lifted up out of the ocean by a tentacle, were you not?
I don't know. I woke on the ship.
You were. You were lifted up out of the ocean by a tentacle.
What is the last thing you remember?
I remember swimming as frantically as I could towards Opa, and everything got dark, and I went unconscious, and I woke up on the ship.
Is that all you remember?
What is the name that your brother said there was a name? What did
You were cursed.
Does anyone remember?
That's what
anyone
my
remember
brother
the name?
said to me. I am cursed. I don't feel cursed.
By
Yes,
the
but-
Archduke of
That's
Storms.
it. Oh, what was the name? I'm trying to
What?
remember.
Duke
Intelligence
of
check,
Storms.
please.
Vapar.
I did hear that name
So you do
in
remember.
the darkness.
Vapar. The Archduke of Storms.
I did hear Vapar in the darkness.
You
And that
heard
was
the
all
voice
I
of
heard.
Vapar in
And
the
then I
darkness.
woke up on the ship. Yes.
History check. What do I know about
Yes.
Hafar?
Religion check.
Religion. Oh my God, religion.
Is Nakma lying to me?
Can I make a religion too?
Mix of
Yeah.
I don't know shit.
I couldn't do it.
Are-
Balthazar has advantage.
That's 17.
Oh, I do? Sweet.
Religion?
Yeah.
20.
Hey, I'll take
That's
that.
a really good roll there. 15.
I like that dice.
Those two know a lot.
92.
Yeah.
I know not a lot.
17.
That's odd for an outworlder.
Maybe.
Yeah, because this is
We live.
an outworlder.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm subtracting 5 from everybody else's roll except for Balthazar, who I also gave advantage to.
17.
Right. So
So 15.
Vipar is a name that you are familiar with your 17 total with
Might
your
be
advantage.
more, but yeah, anyways.
Yeah,
it's
so it's
a-
15 plus.
yeah.
Anybody get higher than that?
I got a 20. I got 17 plus 3.
Yeah, but I'm subtracting 5 from it.
Okay.
It's 18. Sorry, Jesse.
Here's what you know. Vipar is one of the dukes of hell from the world of Earth that you came from in the old lore.
Wow.
And because you were a member of a secret order and you got teleported here, you have heard stories about how I believe Staleo said something about shrines and others, and that, well, it appears that there is another, and you have a name for your list. And that this Vipar is
He's
is a rival.
okay, so he's like corrupting shrines.
Doing something. You don't know what he's doing. But you know that he's a rival, and apparently he's taken an interest in Nakma.
Okay.
And it could possibly be on how Nakma has powers on Storm, when it's not something that's really been running in his family.
Right. That's true.
Something about a curse. Well, Vipar is sometimes seen as a giant mer creature that lives in the ocean, has powers over ships and storms.
Catfish.
But other than that, you haven't really known anything about it, and it's kind of surprising for you to hear that this might have an effect here on Amarth. The party, aside from you, Balthazar, have already encountered a shrine to Nergoli and have dealt with that. Possibly, who knows, sealing Nergoli's doom on Amarth. But you know that there are others out there, and Vipar is in your way on securing Seleos' residency.
I see. I see.
So from a player perspective, can I add more to Vipar?
What do you
Not
want to
as a
add?
character,
What is it?
because I know a little bit about the demons.
What is it?
Vipar also can be seen as a man or a woman, and they like to be appearing as a large mermaid persona, and they like to they protect when exercised properly. They like to protect ships that are heavily armored or ammo, things like that.
Warships.
Yes,
So here is one
that's
more
what I
thing.
know as a person.
Here is one more thing about
Sorry.
Vipar.
Roll up.
And well, here's one more thing about that you actually you wouldn't know, not you. This is actually something that other people might know. So I'm just going to throw it out there so that everybody knows it. Is that on Amarth, merfolk do not look like the stereotypical merfolk that you would imagine with a fishtail. Merfolk on Amarth have the name Zizelia, which means that their bottom half is not a fish. They actually have the bottom half of an octopus.
Oh,
Whoa.
So
wow, cool.
It's like the bad chick from Little Mermaid.
a little bit, yeah.
Ursula.
But there are no fish-tailed mermaids. They're
Okay.
all of the merfolk are tentacled.
What about Kuratella?
Okay.
Kuato are not traditional merfolk. Or are you trying to talk about the marrow?
Can you spell that name?
That's a good point.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Zizalia.
Yeah, C-E. C-E-A. L-I-A.
Okay, so
Australia.
No, Zizelia.
But
The
it's,
C makes a Z.
gotcha.
It's actually a Native American word from the Pacific Northwest.
Sweet.
Comes from the lore of the Lummi tribe up near the Olympic Peninsula.
Did they put like an umlaut or anything above it?
What if you convince a bunch of Kuratella into believing in Seleos?
Are you in game saying this?
No, John Wallace out of game
Okay.
saying this.
Well, you guys can talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, that's what you have on Vipar.
The thing about this devil Vipar is that it is known to me from my home before I came here. It's more of these devils that stand in the way of Seleos. I believe you all ran into one some time ago at a house where you fought some. Not you.
I was gonna be like, yes.
You-
Wait, tell me more.
As always, you're on my sounding board, my friend. Pass the wine. But Mooney, you told me about a time.
He's not here.
What the hell? Are we not all
Gone for an
together?
hour.
He's still with Dory.
Nekma.
Oh, and he's also the 42nd Duke of Hell. He's the 42nd.
There
in the line
were
of
41 before him.
demons. He's number 42.
Well, I feel like
Very important to know.
Yes, Taz.
I feel like
That's the mark of the Cartoon
I wonder how
Network.
much I should tell you about this. I tell you all the things I know about this. Yeah, I think
appreciate
you're
your insight,
I
my
think
friend.
you're in grave danger. all joking
Wait.
aside,
So you think that this demon is the one who gives him his powers?
I think that he has
Cast
his,
it out!
So we are
This
brothers.
is fucking horrible. You just shock random people sometimes.
It
Just
feels
get
good.
rid of it.
It feels good.
Your
What?
brother called it a curse.
I don't feel it cursing.
Cursing through my veins.
It's
And
not.
did I hear you, before all of this, you blew up some poor kid's family?
Yeah.
That does not
That was
sound
an accident.
No, that does not
Dark-
sound like a
dark-
boon to me.
I could tell you about that. That was a
But-
total
And your
accident.
family?
Nakma, what?
No, that's not me.
These are
That's-
all horrible
not
things,
me.
my friend.
What if
Not
it
me.
happens again,
Holy shit.
Nakma?
Which part?
The
I am
bad
feeling
parts,
as
the
if
parts
I
where
should
you
be
blow
going
people
away
up
now.
on accident. Cyrano has a point.
Listen.
You blew up your family's
No.
ship. You blew up that
No.
poor child's family. And now your brother comes from hell and back
like
to
a
tell you that
gaslighting.
you're cursed.
Why just to tell him to kill him? Your brother
kill you?
came to kill you.
He's confused.
No,
He's
that's not so at all.
You killed him.
No.
And a giant beast.
And you jumped in to finish the
I
job.
saved him. Sorry.
And the very beast
Oh,
whose
Lord.
curse flows through
Oh,
your
my
veins swam away with him.
Oh my God, keep it going.
One of the guys on the ships is like, I saw that too.
You're a confusing human.
I-
Give
You're
food
twisting
aside.
words.
Gilfo sees everything.
Speculating.
And you're practically 40, but never told any of
Whoa.
us.
I am not 40.
You
What
may
is
as well
40?
be. You may as well.
Not even.
Yes. You are too. You are 16 years old, which is very old for your kind.
Oh, we all tell little
Yeah.
lies. That's not the point.
We just
Saddest
didn't
thing of
realize.
all today is my latar.
What is that?
What you call my birthday.
Today's your birthday?
That's right.
I'm 17
Well,
today.
Happy Latar!
Latar. Hey,
Opa.
what a bad day. You may be right, Taz. Maybe I am.
I like how they're
first.
laughing at that. Like, I want this in character.
Oh, I'm drunk, it's the way I deal.
I just
No?
think that you should be
Carbonated
taking this
laughing gas.
seriously because I am afraid that you are being pursued by a demon. Whether you wish it to be true or not, many bad things have happened to you when you access your powers. And now you have a brother coming to tell you that you're cursed. And he now
Yeah.
lies dead at the bottom of the ocean or worse. I think we should do what we can to learn more about this being. I will help you.
Maybe.
I thought my backstory was messed up.
Right?
Until the aristocracy, we drink.
Nakma, one question. What is this that it gives you that you are so blind to what we are all telling you?
I
What,
didn't
what
know
possibly
that-
could it give you that
I
it
didn't
make
know
it
anything
so?
was giving me anything.
I mean, we all get our powers from somewhere, right? Mine is my extreme intelligence, and you guys have your own powers. Clearly, you're shocking. Not everyone has the shocky things.
Right.
You get to
Very
shock
true.
things, and clearly it makes sense now that we have a shocky demon.
We all have to
Why does it have
sacrifice.
to be a demon?
What,
Why
we
do you
just
gotta label it like that?
he's a shocky demon, man.
It's
That's
helpful,
what we're talking
correct?
about.
Am I saying it's helpful? It is to me.
I believe that Saleos has been quite
I
helpful,
enjoy the
but my
fuzzy feeling I
victims
get
would
from
not
it.
agree.
Okay, so you like the feelings.
I do.
Okay, but we are just telling you to be aware because you get feelings on one side. That's pretty good, right? But there's lots of dead people on the other side.
We have the murder hobo over here. It's
Okay.
not my doing.
I
I've killed two.
I know
innocent
that
people,
this
and no one will
whataboutism is
ever
popular
laugh me
these
for
days,
that.
but I am just speaking about you.
One
So-
thing that I learned from our friend Ember, your friend Ember,
Mm-hmm.
is that the darkness can come for us all, no matter whether we believe it or not. Just saying, be careful, my friend.
Anyway, just be aware of what is giving you and what is
And
taking
it's,
away.
It's your patron that destroyed my family's ship and my family.
See, I knew you blamed me for that.
Your patron, not you.
Yes, well, now we have learned that there may be another at
And
cause.
the next time he comes to you, I would like to talk to him.
The lights flicker.
But
But that's all.
Really?
Candlelight,
On the top
lantern light.
Oh, whatever. It's yes, right? Yes, right.
Yeah, a cloud passes in front of the sun.
Yeah, there you go, clouds.
Well, I have something to do before we depart this ship, so I will leave you with those thoughts, Nakma. But just know that I will not fall victim to some random devil's foolery. I will be on the lookout.
You prefer the devil, you know.
You already
No,
are.
I don't know.
You already
Sarah,
are.
no, I don't know.
I am going to spend a little bit of time going around to the credible members of the passengers and getting their statements together for the halfling.
You do so.
About how it was getting abused.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Oh,
In game?
Yes.
getting later in the
Is it
day.
after 8 p.m.?
No.
Okay.
It's not quite. I believe it was getting close to just
This
after
is-
lunch,
This
honestly.
is the same day with the
Same day.
investigation? Okay.
Same day.
Okay.
You're due to arrive in the aristocracy in the morning. You continue your day, you gather your information, you get ready for the day in front of you. You know that you have to have all your things together. And when you awake the following morning, the sky is heavy cloud cover. It is dark and hard to, and it is definitely not what you would even call bright light. It's just a dim, dreary, gloomy day. And you can see that there is a large city in front of you. The ship comes in, pulls into the harbor, and some other smaller ships come in from the side, and they guide the ship to an open spot at the dock. When they do this, the ship finally comes in, ropes are thrown down, a couple of the crew member leave the ship to tie the ship. It's moored and anchored next to the dock, and everybody sits there. Navi comes around to everyone, and he knocks on your door. He knocks, opens it himself without waiting to hear anything. He's like, well, I just need to let you know, we have some business with the dock. After that's all cleared up, they're going to ask to search the cabins and see what you have. They'll ask some questions, answer truthfully, and we'll all be able to leave free. All right? Don't hide anything. Don't lie about anything. They already know about the prisoner.
Perfect.
All right. Excellent.
What about the Minotaur?
They know about... Well, they know about him, too. We're going to turn him over.
Can I have my manacles back?
Can you have your what?
Manacles back?
Well, yeah. Are those yours?
Yeah, they're totally mine.
I
You guys
wondered.
looked around for metal manacles, and I was just like, the only one who had them.
Oh, I wasn't sure where the crew got those from. I didn't know that you had any.
Yeah.
You know, we
All
should
right.
have known with it.
Yeah, no. As
Ship
soon
too
as
cheap for
I'll
sales.
tell the dockmaster. You'll have to take it up with them, depending on how they want to take the Minotaur away.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. He leaves. Time passes. You wait here for hours and hours. Most of the day passes by until finally,
If I
again,
have
one
that
like
much time, I'm going to be performing a ritual for at least one of them.
sure. Bring a familiar.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I am going to be summoning myself the little brownie, the sprite dude.
It appears in front of you.
Yeah.
And stares at you. A spectral image of this creature standing in front and awaits your command.
Cool. For the
As-
time being,
So how long are we waiting? Hours?
Yeah, you don't know exactly how long.
I just want to go down to where the prisoner Minotaur is and just kind of hang out and not say anything.
The prisoner tour.
The Prisonator.
He doesn't say a word to you.
Kind of look and watch and
Yeah, it's a lot of the same thing. Every time that like you look at him, he looks away. You look away and he stares at you.
right. I want to try to catch him. Catch his stare. Why are you playing games?
Grunt at him.
Why are you falling, Opa?
That's it. That's all you get.
Fine with me.
the kind
it-
of thing that your very persuasive warlock friend would have been good with.
You came
for.
into the dock in the morning, but by afternoon, it's finally you're allowed to leave, and you come down the dock. You have all of your belongings with you, and you see that there is a figure there who is dressed in somewhat modest but official-looking clothing. sort of a double-breasted coat of sorts that has nice trim on it. Definitely something more better than what a common peasant could afford, but is not real lavish. It's just some like the common dye and color. And anyways, they come up. They have a hat real down low, a tablet of sort in their hand. They're writing on parchment paper and shifting through the papers. All right. It seems that we have a Lucius Nature on board. And, can I get your names, please?
Yes, my name is Balthazar of House Saleos. This is my friend Serrano de Nos. This is my friend Mooney Rumbleforge, elsewise known as the Drake. And this is
Charming.
my not-so-young friend Nakama Silvermane.
Fantastic.
Oh, and this is Snack the Drake.
I doubt he's on the manifest, Mooney.
Oh, that is unfortunate. You don't really see his face. His hat is pretty wide brimmed and covers most of his face. He's got a scarf kind of up a little bit. You can't see him too well.
How tall is he?
5'5".
Okay.
Not
So I
too
just see the
tall.
top of his hat.
Oh, yeah. It is unfortunate. We do not necessarily allow most animals and produce into the aristocracy of Page.
Oh, good.
Do you have a permit?
Where do I get one?
I assume wherever you come from.
Yes, they gave me one when they sold it to me.
Deception check.
Did they give me one that they sold to me?
No. That's why you're rolling deception.
Ooh. That's an 18 minus 2.
Fantastic. Can I have that,
Cool.
please?
Good job.
Do I know anything about how they handle animal permitting in Calmoira that I could help him?
Oh, man. Tricky.
Like, can I impress him with my knowledge of Calmoira? In fact, that we got a dragon there and a drake there. And
It's a
To
7.
whom do we have the pleasure of speaking?
To answer your question first, I would say that, yeah, you can make an attempt to try to say something to persuade him that, you know a few things, and you might be able to give some advantage on a future deception check.
Okay. I'm trying to do something intelligent more than persuasive.
Right. That's it. That's what I'm saying. You might be able to know something that you could pass off to
So you
another
want me to
party
do an
member
intelligence
to give them advantage on their persuasions.
check? Okay, so intelligence check?
Oh.
Yeah.
Add
Give me.
flat intelligence with persuasion?
Let's
proficiency or no?
let's roll with nature.
With nature. Where is nature? 18.
Okay. I will let you choose one person at the table to give them advantage on a persuasion check.
Okay. Well, it sounded like Taz was going to step up, so I'm going to do that.
So you whisper a little something about drakes into his ear in Kelmoira.
In Calmoira, they don't necessarily need the proper documentation, more of a particular shape or thinking that's burned into their palms. That's how they keep track of who owns them.
Of the creature.
Mm.
Perfect. Okay. Yes, to whom do we have the pleasure of speaking? I
am Darkmaster Elwithon.
Dockmaster Elvathon?
Elwithon.
Elwithon.
Elvendal?
I understand. I will forgive the slight. I know it is difficult to hear me in my current condition. And he lifts his head up and pulls the scarf down, and you see that half of his face is rotted away
Oh, yum.
and showing bone,
Yum.
an open jaw.
Oh. Well, you do look like you have seen better days, my friend.
Allow me to be the first to welcome you to the aristocracy of Page. Here, the dead speak.
Yes.
Now, back to business. I have a job to do. I must
yes.
ask, do you have proper documentation for the Drake?
Yes, from whence we came, Calmoira, the way that they document their animals there is by with a mark. Mooney, would you please demonstrate? And I point at the paw of the creature,
Which one?
the one that the mark is on.
You are familiar?
I lift up his back foot, of course. The most dangerous of all the feet.
And there's nothing there.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Mooney,
Whoops, wrong one.
Mooney, it's the other one. Come.
I lift up the other back paw. The second dangerous of all feet.
And there it is.
That's great.
And there, as you can see, the markings are in order, and he is the legal owner of this creature. It is a pack animal for us.
Oh, excellent, fantastic. I shall document this in my paperwork. Okay, one Drake. Anything else that we must know about?
Yes.
You have a creature upon your shoulders.
Correct. I have a creature upon my shoulders, and one of them is a magical creature that I can dismiss at any time. That's our little friend, the sprite here.
Excellent, please do so.
Very well. I make him disappear into the extra-dimensional space.
Fantastic. Okay,
And-
one familiar. Clearly you're a spellcaster and a warlock. I shall make a documentation of this.
Yes.
Or are you a wizard? Perhaps a bard. You look like a bard.
No, I am not a bard, but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much.
No. Indeed.
But I am a warlock. Unfortunately, I do not have the time to study like wizards do. Always out and about on an adventure.
Indeed, if we could only all be so lucky.
But I do have one more friend. Up there, the name of Libris.
Excellent, yes, okay.
I will bring him down, but I must warn you, it will take several seconds.
Even at 80 feet per minute.
Descend slowly.
He went 300 feet out, so...
For all those at home, needling the DM is a bad idea.
Come, Libris. Come. I must show your markings, my friend.
Your documentation for this creature.
60
Yes.
seconds goes by.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
Just circling
Yeah.
slowly.
Just,
Taking his
have you
time.
brought your lunch? Perhaps now would be a good, no, he's close. Hang on.
What a frustrating creature you have. I would suggest
really
that
quickly.
to you in the future, please, sir, that you might keep your creatures a little bit closer.
You would think,
While he's distracted, I quickly say to Taz, I'm very stronger than the other person.
what about them? They may answer for themselves.
They're not our responsibility.
Yes.
No.
We're traveling companions.
Once Libris arrives, I'll show him the mark, which is just on the underside of Libris's wing.
We're having snacks by this time.
Okay, very good. One pseudo-dragon. Please be aware that pseudo-dragons are protected species here in the aristocracy of Page. Should any mishandling of such a creature be observed, it is sentenciable by death.
Oh shit.
Even a brand?
Dear gods. You hear that, Libris? You're a star here.
Yes, indeed, sensitive creatures. They are highly respected among the aristocracy, and I must ask that you please treat it with respect.
Indeed, I will do so.
I shall make a note here that if such a creature is found dead, then Balthazar, a newcomer to these lands, will be among the first suspects.
Oh my god.
Since these creatures are treated with such kindness and reverence here, is there perhaps a place where I could, I hate to use the word stable, but maybe a better facility? Is there a place here where he would be safe?
Unfortunately, mainly only the nobility of the aristocracy are allowed to keep such creatures.
I see.
And since that you are a traveler, that is most unfortunate for you. You might need to...
Are you sure you
Get-
don't know of anywhere that my friend would be safe? Because I truly do have his best interests in mind. I'm trying to persuade
make
him.
friends with a noble
Make friends with a noble
at your own risk.
at my own risk. Perfect.
Find
Very well.
the closest
Beautiful.
library.
Anything else that we need to know?
And do you have any documentation for this creature?
Oh.
This creature is our friend Nakma
Are you talking to
Silvermane.
me?
Or who is he talking to?
Yeah, who are you
Looking
talking
right at me.
You're talking.
Which one?
This is Mooney Rumbleforge.
Yeah, the last I checked, I was a free Minotaur.
And this is Nakma
If anybody
Silvermane.
would like to challenge that,
We actually have
you can
papers.
Step forward now.
Nakma, it's fine. We are actually honorary citizens of Kalmoira. I can prove this.
They're bona fide.
Not
Fantastic.
helping.
Fantastic. I will see those papers, please.
Okay, I will produce our papers of citizenship.
And we have a pin.
Oh, the dragon.
Oh yes.
The
that
ones from
shows
Dragon's
we are-
Court?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This pin here, this
Oh,
is
they are.
a brooch.
Mhm.
This is we are working with my friend Octamus Adiz from
He-
Camoevra.
He takes out another
Yes.
piece of paper, places it over the top, and like with the glow, and peels it off, and you see that the script has copied itself over.
Serious.
Places it the same thing with yours.
Oh, do
And-
my hand.
You're lucky that
I have
all he's
enough.
asking for.
I have enough. I could do it, but no.
It's okay.
And he copies documents on all of yours. So he's like, okay, excellent, fantastic.
You ever do
Everything
Dragon's
appears to be in order. It's
Yeah, you have no
Would you be
idea.
willing to sell me a few of those?
certainly. I shall charge you at twice normal cost. It is. I beg your pardon. It is 1 gold, 50 silver per sheet. How many would you like?
1 gold, 50 silver per sheet. If I buy 10 sheets, would you give me a deal?
No.
Are you sure?
Perhaps you would just tell us where we buy them. So you don't have to pay with markup? No?
For 10 silver.
There are markets in the city where I have to go and pay for them myself.
Sweet. We will go visit them when we are traveling. I have to go make a few
Nice.
stops anyways.
Yes, I suppose we all do.
They are very fancy though.
I don't.
Final question. I have everything that I need. Might I ask, what is your business here in the aristocracy of Page?
We are merchants.
Merchants? And what are you selling?
Alchemy supplies and reagents.
I must see these alchemy supplies, and I must know who you are delivering them to.
Where we are merchants, sometimes we just are selling in marketplaces.
We don't have a connection.
I do
yet.
specifically need to speak to someone named Vistalki, who is a Visceri.
I
No?
believe you are mistaken. Vistaki is the name of a town.
Okay, then
And-
I need to
must
speak to the
speak with the
Visceri.
Viceroy then.
The Viceroy of Vistaki?
Orlando Stark? No?
Oh. My
This is-
apologies, lords. You should have opened with that. I apologize profusely for wasting your time. It is 1,000 sorries on my.
Yes, we are.
I had no
urgent
idea.
business, but you know, if it's
You
I
had
had
no idea.
no idea that you were here on business with the Viceroy of Vistaki. You are all welcome to enter as you please. I apologize once again.
Perhaps you can see a way to selling me a few of those
Oh,
at a
there we
reasonable price now.
maybe cutting out the markup.
Unfortunately, I would never dare break the law by selling sanctioned supplies to outsiders such as yourselves.
Sheet.
My deepest and most humble apologies.
A second
So
ago,
you'll
he was
just
willing to
give
break
them
the law,
to
but
me?
now no, we are.
I'm afraid that I cannot give supplies out to people from out of town. It is a strict code, as these are paid for by the aristocracy.
Very well.
And
I
to make
appreciate
a profit
your-
on such a thing would cost me my second life.
Right. So now that we know that you are doing such a thing, what is it worth to you to keep that a secret?
Oh, you
But it is
bastard.
okay.
That's an intimidation check. That is an intimidation check.
You know, my friend has a good
Oh.
point there. Now that you bring it up.
Then I will allow him to roll with advantage. He said it first.
Beautiful.
That is an excellent intimidation.
17.
I like it.
Fucking roll out, Jesse.
So he's he just pulls out this roll of papers. He's like, please take what you want.
So
Yes.
how many do you need exactly,
Take the
my
whole
friend?
roll.
Just take a whole roll.
Oh, I wouldn't want to hurt the man.
Yes, we don't need to make
Leave him with a
grow.
few.
I thought about hurting him.
It is no problem. I should simply say that they fell into the ocean. My bad.
A very, very wise man you are.
Hopefully you're more practiced at lying to your superiors than you are to us.
I have done nothing to lie to any of you.
No, that is true. I apologize. I
But
don't
you
mean
are
to be
quick
He
to
has been
judge.
quite honest with us.
It
and
is
we are
my
sorting this fine
job.
gentleman.
How many did I get? 10.
Sure.
And the photocopy
Beautiful.
magic thing.
Yeah. Magic transfer paper.
Oh, I
I'm gonna
love
take
it.
one of those.
Magic transfer.
The first thing that happens is Mooney like puts it on his
Oh, yeah.
butt, right?
Not two bucks.
It needs legs, man.
Yeah.
10. 9.
Yes.
How do you like that? Press tab.
9 plus 2 moony bucks. Yeah, 2 moony bucks.
Yep, 1 moony bug.
Photocopy of yes.
Oh my god. The next time we see like
The tail.
Genesis, we're gonna leave that.
Oh, absolutely. Signature.
Yes.
Signature.
Yes, that is exactly
Yeah,
what we're doing.
if we ever get like one up on Genesis, that's where we're gonna leave it. Just
Yeah.
like I know
Yeah.
this
On a
ass.
tree with one of the amulets.
Is
Yeah.
this said out loud?
What?
Oh no. Oh,
What?
we don't mention Genesis, no.
No, God's no. Not since we found out that they were like McDonald's in Kelmoira.
So anyway, we will be on our way.
Excellent, most excellent.
Can you point us in the easiest direction to get
Yes,
to where we're going?
Was transportation arranged for us?
No.
I'm afraid that
We have the
transportation
money.
was not arranged for anyone
Perfect.
unboarding from this ship.
Okay.
I had no idea that such people were even coming from here. I do not know why your arrival would be kept a secret.
No.
Perhaps we got here faster than expected.
Perhaps.
Possibly.
Well, perhaps we were not expected to arrive.
That is not what I said. Perhaps we might
Anyways.
got here faster than expected.
What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wherever you're going, you are able to go so with free
Thank you.
travel.
Is there
Everything.
is there a writ of passage that you can?
Is that something that we need?
I mean, in
No.
Kemoira, we show this, and they say, "Oh," and I just mentioned the Vesera.
Travelers are common here in the aristocracy. You
there-
shall be treated as such. We can tell quite easily by your dialect that you are not from out of the kingdom.
at our gate.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Wait,
The
wait.
way that you walk without shambling like
Right.
the undead.
You
One-
know, I slapped him on the back.
One more question.
Like I haven't heard that joke 1,000 times.
You mentioned the laws surrounding pseudo-dragons and the penalty of death. Are there any other laws that we should know about?
Any people who break the law are subject to punishment regardless of their ignorance of the law. I suggest that you visit your local viceroy and ask them for a brochure on the do's and don'ts of the aristocracy.
Perfect. That's where we're headed anyway.
And on that, next time you see a minotaur, my small friend, they are not property.
Excellent. I shall keep that in mind.
You better.
Strader comes down the ramp. He has a minotaur in arms. He's like, "Hey, I got this beast here. And I'm ready to turn in
That is a criminal.
for a
Big
bounty."
difference.
Yeah, no, he's a criminal.
Yes.
He's nothing but property now.
No.
What a beast.
Oh my God, Strider.
And this elf. And he pulls up the other elf and he's like, 2 bounties.
Wait, which
Wait,
elf?
What else?
The one that was a poisoner.
Wait.
Yeah.
His girl?
Yeah.
The one that he fucking told us not to touch?
Yep.
He got
You son of a bitch!
What?
What's the matter with you, Strider?
I got
player.
2 bounties.
He's a player.
You
What do you get?
How does she look
Tricked
right
her?
now?
She looks upset, worried, and scared. Not beaten or anything, but definitely very upset at the turn of events.
Oh god, it's Esdef all over again. I mean, Evil Lynn.
I don't care.
I've got 2 bounties. They're both wanted criminals. I've got some gold to cash in. Here are the writs. By the way, I happen to be a member of the Wild Watchers. Thank
Oh.
you, Dark Master. I will be on my way. I have
Wild Watchers.
a bounty to cash in.
What was
Hey,
the bounty on the
us-
Minotaur?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Well, you just showed us.
Can't you get
No,
that?
he
No, I mean
hands
the
it to the
crime.
Dark Master.
The crime, I mean. The crime, not...
He fucking
Wait,
turned
what was
her
I
the
in.
crime?
caught that
Right.
Minotaur. Those are my manacles.
Strider turned her in.
Just curious.
I owe
That
you one.
wily bastard.
You owe me manacles.
I'll buy you 2.
Perhaps
Oh.
that's what they
Alright. We'll call that even.
What?
Hey, I'll see you guys later. I'll catch up with you. Where you going to be?
Good traveling with you.
You seem to be able to find us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why don't you just track us with
Yeah.
the hunter's mark?
Yeah. You're right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
What are you guys acting all salty for? Come
No
on.
worries, we'll see you around.
Right, this is a victory. I mean, check it
I
out.
say so.
2 bounties.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
You almost fought us on the ship for those.
No.
Right, no.
So what was the crime for the Minotaur?
Piracy.
That's it? That's all you
Arson.
got?
What do you mean that's
Look, you saw the ship was on fire. See the fire damage?
Oh.
Arson.
Oh, okay.
Arson.
attempted
Okay.
murder?
Attempted
That's why he
murder.
tried to kill us.
Yes.
Mostly me, but that's okay. Take him away.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Hey, I'll see you guys in a bit. Come on, property.
Wait,
Nothing but objects.
We could just turn in people instead of killing them for money.
I guess so, Mooney.
These
Yeah, you
elves.
didn't know that? No, you don't have to kill people. I mean, like, you can totally collect bounties on. You know what? I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah,
I
doesn't that
got.
become like their word versus yours?
You know, you're like tipping the teeter for crime and being a good guy for the bounty thing here. You
Oh,
could be a criminal yourself.
they broke the law. I'm turning in a bounty.
Yeah, but how do you prove that?
Witnesses. I got the whole crew. Talk to them. They're all ready to back me up.
Did you seduce her?
No,
He did.
No, she seduced me with magic and poison.
Wait, that doesn't work.
Oh yeah, no, that bounty just got better.
That doesn't work on your race at all.
Gentlemen, we have somewhere to go. Let's
Yeah,
Sorry.
try to handle
You're right.
his business.
You're right.
I gotta
Sorry.
go.
No
I've
reason to
got.
do this in front of the Dock Master.
You're right. You're right. This is
Let's
embarrassing.
go.
I
Goodbye.
It's a lot of
We
gold
will-
I'm gonna cash
we
in.
will
Don't
see you
don't think I'm
later.
gonna forget you guys now
Thank
that I'm
you.
rich again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. Come on.
You owe me for like maybe 20 or 40 bottles of wine. So
We will be seeking out the Viceroy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Searing up. Why do you always have to say that every time we
you
leave?
know I'm kidding.
Right.
See you next time.
No. Next
Really
one's on the
not
house.
kidding.
All right.
Strider leaves.
Allons-y.
Let's go. Do our thing.
Should we take a quick break?
If you want.
You want
You
to?
want to?
yeah.
I mean,
sure.
before it gets too much later, we might as
8:30. 8:30 is a good time.
All right.
Quick break.
Right back
Let's
after these.
go
Well, we don't have any good
forward.
messages.
Should we take a break?
Bye, everybody. We'll be back.
And we're live.
We're gonna fight nicer versions of ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Not evil versions.
Not the evil Mio dimension, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
it's like an Akmon
the
that saved the
rainbow
whole family
version.
instead of
Yeah.
the whole family.
They're coming to arrest us. You called me a murder hobo. You invoked that.
Right.
know.
Yeah, and so you're all set. Strider leaves with 2 prisoners in tow. You're still standing there, and the dockmaster just looks at you and say, "Okay, then why the fuck are you here?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no. We gotta go.
Okay.
See you, man.
Yes. We're
And
out.
we walk.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk.
And we walk.
We'd like to pay for a carriage.
As you leave the dock, you enter
Oh, yeah,
into.
yeah, you can ride along.
Get pulled along, I guess.
Hey, you're gonna ride the Drake?
It's blind and deaf.
By a lead.
Looking for
I have a
Genesis
lead. It's a hard. no
insignias or
follow.
paraphernalia of any kind. Duh.
Signs of Genesis. Good
Yes.
call, Nakma. Good call.
Whether inconspicuous or obvious. And I'm not going to verbally express their locations.
I need to try to keep my eye out for a
I
silversmith.
might give somebody an elbow and an eye look.
As you enter into the area of the aristocracy of Page, and you enter into the city of.
Darkness and gloom.
Yeah, it's the city of darkness and gloom for sure. That's not the name of the city.
No.
Lightning flashes overhead.
I love it.
It's always like dark and cloudy.
Strike
We're
me.
getting paid for this job,
Charge me
right?
up.
In a sort of way, we are in a sense rubbing the back of Octomasatis.
Is this like a duel?
No, I haven't really been paying that much attention, and I'm actually getting a bit low on finances.
Well, maybe if you did not give all your money away.
Yes, yes. You have a very good point.
But what is it you wish?
I'm just saying, you gotta get a job.
What's that about money?
A
You're
job?
like neck.
Yes,
Well, I am on a job.
I know. And that's why I'm asking, is this job paying us, or do I need to look for another job for us?
Well, as of a few days ago, there was no us.
Mm.
So this is a job for me. But we can get our own job if you want after this. We are just really, going after GACs for fun? I don't know.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
I have been meaning to speak about that. So, for my whole life, really, I've just been helping out others, but by myself. And this whole vigilante group is really new to me.
Well, I can tell
I
you.
have jobs that I have to do. There's people who depend on me.
Yeah, I can actually gather that. You seem to be a important person. I've never met a viceroy myself, although I'm about to. I promise to be on my best behavior. Although I can't vouch for Nakma and Mooney.
Well, let us just say that the delivery of regents is smiled upon in some areas, but really frowned upon where I'm from. And so there are particular measures that wish to remain secret that I have to supply.
Why?
And so when we are done, well, the thing about Radmilak, where I'm from, they don't like measures that aren't registered.
Registered? So I take it I wouldn't do very well there.
Well, you do not practice the magic the way they are aware of or care about so much. But
Right.
it's but yeah, maybe perhaps no.
Yeah,
Warlock, same thing. Yes. Okay. Yes. It's bad.
it's bad.
So I know you guys for a long time now, and
About a month now.
I mean, we
or
sailed
so.
together.
on the
It's
surface,
good.
my job is just to distribute reagents, but I am also kind of intricate in an underground railroad of sorts for mages that are wished to be off grid. Without my supplies, they are really hurting. So I have jobs to do.
So you can't just go off gallivanting with us, solving
I
problems.
need to be aware of how long we are out doing craziness.
I
Yes.
see.
So I'm going to do this job, and perhaps maybe we will go back to my hometown after this, and I can make my deliveries on the way and arrange future situations after that.
Wait, you didn't say where your hometown is.
In Romulan.
He said
In
Rodlock.
Rodlock?
Yeah, Mooney and I, we don't have much to hold us down. And Nakma here, well,
I'm a free agent at the moment.
But we are perhaps the only people in this whole world, really, who are equipped to battle Genesis. In this way, we are unique in that way that we know that they are bad, but not everyone does.
Well, you know, for
Hard
us,
last time.
You are
the snowball rolls downhill very quickly and gathers momentum, and there's not always a lot of time to express what it is that we'd wish to express, but my time here may be very short if I am unable to find a way to spread the word of Saleos. It's a little embarrassing, to be honest with you. I'm sure you all have caught me proselytizing to children.
Wait, you don't believe in it?
What's there to believe in, Mooney? It's a goddamn devil. But he gives me powers and abilities, and apparently he's got problems of his own. And he's recruited me to solving them, because if I don't, then I go back to where I came from, which is Earth. And you think the Rodmalakians are shit about magic, trust me. Where I come from, there's no such thing. I don't want that. Here, I'm practically a god.
Okay, so we have to keep you here. So what, we have to allow you or help you to spread the word and you get more power?
Yes, but I can do that on the way to whatever it is that you need to
I have
do.
no problem. He is offering you power. He can offer other power.
You can always find an
way power
orphanage,
works.
Tess.
Wait.
I
Hold on. a
prefer
second.
not
Are
to recruit
It's a
children.
joke.
are you and him like? He's got powers too, right? I don't think I've ever seen a big guy like him swing powers like this. Besides, like the monks at Weathertop.
He packs fucking heat. Big time. Alright? And, I don't really know where it comes from, and I don't think he does either.
all
Am I the
anger.
only one who put two and two
Bent
together?
up anger.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
I was
I
busy.
put two
okay?
together.
Like, did you
I
see me?
just-
I was trying to pull the ship.
I've never
together.
met this creature. I've only ever heard rumors and legends, and with me, it was almost on purpose, but somehow you've been cursed, so your brother knew something about it.
I
Do you
don't
have any
believe
other
it.
family?
It's fake news.
Fake news.
Oh,
I feel
man.
great.
Okay.
I'm healthy, strong.
I appreciate the
Sure,
conversation.
I got your back. You question it.
Do you know of any monasteries around here, or any types of monks?
You need a structure.
Well, I tell that goes. Then
Cyrano, would you
They
mind?
don't really seem like the.
You know any people like practice like a dark fighting style of any type? Maybe shadowy organizations.
Not off the top of my head. I don't spend too much
worry
time
about
here.
me.
They don't
Talking
drink the wine so much as the other thing.
Oh, that's okay. Besides all the weird cult shit, okay, you and me being the regular people here, as I lean in with my crocodile face.
With a beard and a mask. I love it.
Wouldn't we need to get back on a ship after this if we're going to go back to Rodney next? Because we don't have any clues where Genesis is here, the G word is. And we're probably just going to end up having to kill them all next time we see them, right?
Let me tell you. So Artemasadi is fighting Genesis, as we all are. He sent us here for a reason. Just let us play out.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to go meet with this guy.
Yes, and then I'm
I'll-
sure we will know what to do.
I'll be really quiet. I think I should stay with you, with the Drake with me, you know? And, you know, I'll try to stay out of your guys' way, but if things go hairy, I don't feel like I got enough punches off in that last fight. That little guy who was using the magic, I really wanted to cave his face in, but he got away too quickly.
Yeah, Mooney,
You're all right, my man. You'll get him next time.
he was a foe indeed. We
I,
didn't even learn his name.
I gotta release the Drake.
Nakma,
Definitely. Yes,
you told me you were looking for something.
I did.
Yeah, signs.
What were you,
Signs
what were you looking
Genesis.
for?
Signs of Genesis.
Minor or major, does not matter.
You find a couple.
And when I do, I'm just going to do the nonchalant kind of, hey, check out over there kind of thing.
Yeah.
With just ideal.
Performance check to keep it cool.
Yes.
We're in a cage or in a
I
carriage.
do all right.
No, you're not in a carriage. You haven't gotten one yet.
Oh, we haven't.
No.
Oh,
You've been walking looking for one.
9. All right.
18.
Yeah, all right. We do okay. So we
25.
all kind of start glancing as he
Okay.
points them out.
Yeah. He turns your attention over to the side, and you all stop where you are as the other carriages and horses and people of the city walk about doing their daily business with paying no heed to what's going on.
Right.
You look across the street to a small market of some sort, and you see gibbets, a cage suspended by a almost contraption built like a gallows. It hangs up and it holds this metal cage. These gibbets swing gently in the air of an open promenade. The destitute bodies mostly lay lifeless. Those who still live, they leer listlessly as they languish in their lockup, their limbs lingering below. As you pass by this display of wretched, blighted souls, you spot several bearing the mark of Genesis
In the cages.
in the cages.
Alive and dead and partially.
You can't
Right.
tell if any of them are alive.
It seems as though we find ourselves among those who do not think so highly of Genesis.
It is a boon indeed.
Yes. Do
Okay.
we recognize any of these members of
Yes.
Genesis?
The boy, perhaps.
Yeah, right.
You do not see the boy in the cage.
Okay. The girl that we just left, perhaps.
Nope.
Okay.
Although it's
All
hard
right.
to tell on any of them are even recognizable. Most
They're
of them are
pretty messed
beaten, bloodied, bruised, and swollen.
Any dragonborns?
And then eaten by the birds. I'm
No
sure.
dragonborns. Not even the birds come close, actually. As all of the cages, you see that there is a single figure wearing all black. He carries an instrument on his back of some sort, and he stops from cage to cage at times, and you see him talk. You don't hear what he says. You can't even hear his voice. You just you see that his lips move as he speaks to a figure, and he scowls after a time and casts a spell, and you see the bottom of a certain gibbet heat and flare up to a bright red hot as he heats the metal underneath. The person on the inside screams out in pain as you can see that he is heating the metal and torturing the person on the inside. They jump, they lash out, they grab onto the metal, they do whatever they can, but the entire cage heats up to a red hot and you can see that this is some open interrogation for the entire,
God.
for everyone to see.
Are there people watching and cheering?
Most people actually look away.
They probably
keep
are
walking.
used to it and just try to
As for
disregard it.
most of the other people, you've kind of gotten to notice now that, like,
A lot of societies where that happens, they don't look away.
No, true.
A lot of people
that's
here-
Very telling.
a lot of people here, you've noticed that there's not a lot of people on the streets. It's actually very open. And some of the people that you have noticed, ever since the dockmaster, who appears to have had half of a rotted face, you've begun to realize that not everyone in this city is alive
Intact.
in the traditional sense.
Yeah, I very much tried to play it cool, but
Yes.
that was quite alarming. Like
It was.
Have you seen Undead yet?
Yeah.
No.
My man,
Yes.
I've died.
Where?
Yeah. When we fought.
Oh, in the storm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Those were
The rights
whites.
or whites. Yeah, thank you.
I have seen beyond the veil.
Right, you have been dead once.
Um,
Okay, are we able to call?
Couple of questions just by looking at these creatures. The unfortunates in the cages, are they like wearing any of their garb, or is it tattoos that we see?
Oh.
It's
Amulet?
both.
It's both. So
There are tattoo markings that you recognize as the symbol of Genesis, as well as amulets that they have kept on.
do they have anyone of high rank here, based on what I know from?
You wouldn't know anything about their markings of high rank.
Okay.
Do any of them seem to be confessing?
One.
Yes.
One single one
Can we
continues
hear
to
what he's
beg.
saying?
You hear an elven woman She is screaming out to the interrogator. Her cries of anguish and suffering pierce the cold afternoon, early evening air.
I'll kill you, Face Trillion.
No, that's not quite it.
That's awesome.
But she is crying out, and this one person continues to like just nod his head. This interrogator.
I'm listening for the words Octopola, Cosgorin.
You're gonna have to get closer.
I'm gonna have to get closer. Does our path naturally take us closer?
No,
No.
no. This is across the street. You're going to have to make an attempt to go over there.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's worth it or not right now. Can my sprite appear invisible when I make him appear? Because
No.
he has the invisibility power.
Has to appear and then cast invisible.
Okay. So could I just like make him like appear like under my jacket or
Yeah,
whatever?
very small.
I mean, he's super tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he flies away really fast.
So I'd like to try and make him appear very stealthily without anyone seeing him. And
Okay.
Once I do, instruct him.
This particular sprite appears as just in a wave of black magic, and for just a moment, people smell sulfur in the air. Those of you who are around, but the sprite looks like a sprite for all purpose and reason, except for the fact that this sprite has hollow, empty eye sockets.
Oh God!
And you don't see any movement of the eye. It's not even like an eye is there with with like a glimmer of light. It's just like as if the eyes are gone, and it's a deep recess into the back of the head.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
What is thy bidding, my master? Oh, it speaks.
Oh yeah, it's the real deal, dude.
He drops a stick.
He's got like black, like tooled armor too, and like a long, nasty barbed long sword attached to his side. He's got like a long bow on his back and like arrows that seem to be made out of bone.
It's
And
like
he's-
the Indian in the
yeah,
cover.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
With no eyes.
I'm like,
Oh God!
It's a good thing Amber's not around now.
Misery. Put him out of his misery.
my friend the Daikini. I must ask you to become invisible.
We stole the baby.
I wish for you to conceal yourself and go and listen closer to what that woman says, but do not be discovered.
As you bid, my master.
Do you need me to make a stealth check for it?
And don't play with fire.
Yeah.
God, are they all scary like this?
So far.
When you treat with devils, what do you expect? It's not rainbows and puppy dogs.
There's got to be chocolate and strawberries at least.
In hell?
That's a succubus,
My hell's got chocolate
Yeah, what
and
level of hell is
strawberries.
that?
right? All you gotta do is pretend you're having a good time, and they'll send you to the good part.
That's right. There's good parts of hell.
Do I have advantage for being invisible?
Super Bowl Sunday.
No, you do not.
That's one.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Oh.
Because I could use it.
I'll give you my inspiration.
I guess
Oh,
I
I'll allow that happen.
Invisibility.
What?
What do you get with
pretty sure I
invisibility?
get
I think it's
advantage on stealth checks.
You don't get advantage on stealth checks. You can look it up. It came as a big surprise to me too,
Oh, really?
Well,
but
I'll
it's
take
something that I
advantage.
recently.
Can I give you my advantage? Yeah.
That's better.
I'll let you give him
Okay.
your
Your
advantage.
condition right
usually
there
don't.
doesn't have invisibility.
I don't think it does.
That's a 25.
Thanks, Jesse.
It's impossible to see without magic or a special sense. Attack rolls have disadvantage. There you go.
Oh. Anyway, that's a 25 though. With the reroll.
Yeah. It's like you're making too much noise. and it lands over there somewhere, and you hear that this elf is like she's begging for death. She's like, no, please no more. Please, I'll tell you anything. I've told you everything. What else? What else could you want? And you see that the figure, as you are listening in with your sprite's senses, this other person pulls down their face mask and reveals once again like a rotted jaw of bone.
Wow.
And you see that the interrogator is not among the living. And says, "What else have you learned? Tell me your secrets. What is Genesis up to?" She starts going back and forth with this interrogator. He heats the metal for a second. Blisters and lesions form on her skin as she attempts to get away from the heat, but can't. There's nowhere to go. She reveals to the interrogator, I don't know why we've been ordered to kidnap humans. I don't know. It came down from above me. They don't tell us why. They just said that we need more human prisoners. There's a hot hiss as the hot metal splits the skin. She screams out in pain once again, and she cries out, I was to meet with the other members of Genesis, I swear! With prisoners captured, with humans! Only humans! It continues on for a little bit more. He asks more questions. He heats metal. She screams out in pain. You gather, she says, I was to exchange the prisoners behind a brewery. Behind, it heats her skin once again. It's like, ah! And she screams out.
Oh, yeah.
And she screams out the name of the brewery, which is Luxurious Lagers Brewery. And the last thing that she finally says as she's lying there and she's like trying to get away but she can't, she calls out, please, no more, please. I was to drop off the prisoners at midnight. I was to hand over the humans. Then you have served your usefulness. The entire cage just goes red. Screams can be heard throughout the entire colonnade as he allows the hot metal to cook her alive before she finally passes out and dies.
I'm gonna use
and
the
hangs
cover
lifeless
of the
and give it.
smell to make my familiar disappear.
Yeah, it definitely covers the smell.
Smells like chicken.
Like cooking elf? Wow, you're
Yes.
fucked up. I thought what I just did was dark.
I come back to, and I continue along with my performance check from before of acting nonchalant. And I'm like, come, we must continue. But I have learned much, and time is of the essence. We must get somewhere we can talk.
A horse carriage pulls up and actually interjects its way in front of you in the scene that you were just watching.
Oh.
And as you stop, it pulls aside. You see that there is a gaunt figure on the front, his hair long and draping, his hairline receded all the way to the back of his head, but his hair down, oily and greased, large dark circles and bags in front of his eyes. And he looks to you and says, a human. Shh, quiet you. A human, a minotaur, and a lizard folk.
2 humans?
2 humans.
When he says Minotaur, Nakma puffs his chest out and stands erect and strong.
Be proud, my
Pride.
friend.
Very possessive of his humans.
And a Drake.
And his Drake.
Most curious, most people of your description do not traverse the aristocracy of Page. Might I ask you your names?
Oh, but of course, but while we are doing this, can we do it while we are traveling? We have somewhere to go. I must speak with the Viceroy immediately.
And what is the Viceroy's name that you must speak to?
Olana Stark.
Then you are most fortunate indeed. The door opens up to this back end of the carriage. A cane in a hand, you cannot see the figure, simply swings open the door. A large cane with a big, large amber, but a red amber head on it, opens it up. All right, come on in.
Be like cooler you did.
Yeah, you did.
We absolutely go in.
Wait, is this Woody
The
Harrelson?
man of substance.
All right.
What?
Is he barefoot?
Oh no.
No.
Is he barefoot?
No, he's not barefoot.
Good.
Sure, he's barefoot. Why not?
Yeah.
He's barefoot.
Don't need
Now we
stinking
know
shoes.
why he's
Be
the
a lot
outlier.
cooler if he
This
was.
whole area.
Right?
He's the only one who has chill.
Yeah.
Oui, bonjour, mon ami. I am Cyrano. I am here from Camoira to deliver the package.
I must ask that you please all have a seat. Please, all of you. 2 humans, a minotaur.
I climb right in comfortably.
Same.
Start looking around for a drink.
I'll sit right next to him.
You must be curious as to the possessions I have here in my carriage.
Yes, I was looking for a drink. I found myself to be a bit thirsty.
Thirsty is something that is common here on the aristocracy of Page.
Ah, but
Right.
I literally hit the carriage.
I like you, Mr. Viceroy,
Oh,
I take it?
You are a traveler from outside of the land. Might I, a little bit of common practice here, as they say, is that you address the nobles as your lord or my lady. I shall forgive this slight, only because you count yourselves among the living.
I appreciate the
And you have
forgiveness,
not
my
yet
lord.
introduced yourself.
I have
More
not.
His
important.
name is Christopher Walken.
I have not introduced myself yet. Might I?
Think of my carriage.
Sorry, Jesse.
It is drawn by.
I've been watching
Horses.
Christopher Walken all day, so
I hear that you are looking for Uland or Zestark.
Uland.
I am Uland
Oh,
Zestark.
Uland. Yes, thank you.
Yes. I must be honest with you, and I apologize. I'm a bit taken aback because typically for us, it's not this easy. And so I just am actually very thankful to have been picked up by someone of your personage, my lord.
It must be quite the pleasure to be picked up by someone such as myself.
It is.
It is not always, I understand, as you say, easy.
Sometimes it is not. Sometimes
Then,
we struggle greatly.
as one who still draws breath to another, might I ask that you take a breather? You are in good company, my friend.
Insight check? Ten.
He's weird.
That's okay. I'm weird. Is he honest?
Do I have any way of
We're all
knowing if he's who he says he is?
Good question.
Like, was I given any identifying marks from
You,
Asadi?
well, you do not see, and we're not given any kind of identifying marks whatsoever, no. But you can see that he is, based on how you're looking at him, the gold, the jewelry, the carriage, everything that he has to be well to do.
Knowing that we were coming here, Serrano, you may have seen me bring my little friend along. And my lord, if you are willing, you see, we've gone through quite a bit lately, and if you would be willing to undergo a small, simple procedure that would harm you not at all, we could verify that you are indeed among the living, as you say, because from what I've learned about those that are among the dead, they can sometimes appear to be among those of the living. Would you be willing to allow my familiar to simply lay his hands upon you for a brief moment?
I assume that you speak of something similar to the disguise self spell.
No, this is a bit deeper, my lord. You see, my friend, this sprite, can see into the hearts of men. He can learn whether they exist among the land of the living or the land of the dead.
I can understand your trepidation on such a matter, on why you would be so inquirious as to my nature. But might I ask and implore, please do tell me, on who is it that you all are? For I have already invited you into my carriage, Now, if you know much about the land of Page, that is an act of faith in of itself, for I have no less invited you within a dwelling of my own.
I admit to not knowing much about the land of Page, and I apologize if I offended, which is why I asked permission before I did so. You can
I
simply
shall
refuse.
give no such permission, and you shall address me as my lord.
My lord,
I am Viceroy Stark.
I meant no offense. Again, my lord.
Because the men that I am expecting, I know that they are out of towners and from another land far away. I shall ask again real quick. Can you please introduce yourselves?
Oh, but of course, my friend, we have a mutual acquaintance with Artemaxadis from Camoira.
Then you have the package that I am
But
expecting.
of course, I am Cyrano. This is Balthazar,
At your service, my lord.
Nakma, and Muni. And we are a group that we are named as Lucius Nocturi.
I heard that there was an elf among you.
He is busy doing other things. He's not really part of the group, but runs alongside. You know how that is.
I do. Those
he's a
elves are
hangout.
such aloof and capricious creatures.
Oh, but indeed. So is this a good time for me to present the package?
He's a hanger-around.
I very much would like to see what package you have.
Oh, I knew you would.
Show me your
Very
package.
kinky.
Is that why you're asking about
Excuse me while I whip this
Oh,
out.
since you say so.
Taste it for me.
I haven't even opened it. But
Open
I
it.
will if you like. Yes, I'll open it and inspect the inside.
As you open it up, you pull apart the thing. You see that the insides have like a few more smaller boxes. You open them up. You take certain parts. You recognize what they are really quickly because you are an alchemist. And a couple of them you taste. You like sprinkle a little on your tongue, and you can tell him exactly what
Start
it
naming
tastes
them
like.
off, yeah, what
Yeah, naming them off. There are a couple that you come across like this is white phosphorus. It's lethal.
Not touching my.
Don't put that in your mouth. Don't even touch it with your skin.
Yes, but I can.
Right, and you
Make
can
spots
show.
with it?
You can like.
You're gonna make sparks of it.
With a tiny pinch.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm an alchemist of great talent.
He knows what he's doing.
Okay, whatever.
And you
I'm not
demonstrate
gonna
all the
stay back.
ingredients. He's like,
It's like, Zach.
very well. I see now that you are exactly as who you had said that you are, and I welcome you into my carriage. I see now that your traveling companions are people who I can trust.
Yes.
But we do not care if he is of the living, so no need for such tests.
No, the purpose behind the test is that your contact was the only man in Page to be among the living and be a viceroy. So, if he was among the living, that would prove that he is who he said that he was, my lord. I
While
apologize. my
your
lord.
test would definitely prove I am among the living. So would simply placing your hand upon my chest and feeling my heart beat. Please feel my pulse.
I wanted to use my cool new toy. I apologize.
As for proving that I am a viceroy, I have no such evidence to bestow upon you. And so you shall have to take my good word.
And so we shall, my lord.
I watched.
He prefers my lord, Moon.
My lord is acceptable. If my lord is too difficult for you to speak, then might I suggest that you also call me the most honorable? Or
Of course, my lord.
the highborn is also quite appeasable to my senses.
I am sure that it is most honorable.
That is the respect that one is due.
As a highborn,
Indeed,
no doubt.
the only highborn among the aristocracy of Page.
To remain yet alive.
Indeed. It is by guile and wit that I have done so. I am the only who still draws breath among the aristocracy. Tell me, it seems that for travelers such as yourselves, so widespread across this great world of ours, that you do not know much about the aristocracy.
Does he have pointy ears?
No.
I am but a traveler in this land. I have not spent much time among the peoples of Amarth, unfortunately.
You are in a dangerous land. Balthazar, was it?
Indeed.
You are in a
although
dangerous land, Balthazar. But, as I am one of the only aristocrats who hold any power in this land, might I give you my blessing, so that you may traverse across the aristocracy without fear.
we would be honored, my lord.
Indeed, it would be a boon that I would grant upon you.
Okay.
A title.
But of course,
Truly.
that would help us along our journey. No?
I cannot grant it upon you here. You would have to attend a certain soiree with me. The aristocracy has a certain type of festival that they prefer to do in just a few days' time. And you would be my honored guests, under my protection, no less. As it is that I am among the aristocracy, they would not dare to harm me in open public. But take care. There is no one outside of me here that is you can trust.
Another insight check.
Take that into consideration for sure.
It's not bad. 18.
It's coming off as more of a threat.
Like, don't talk to anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty good insight check. Remember that one. It's coming off as a threat, for sure.
Is what he said about the title true?
He doesn't appear to be lying about that.
So he's trying to be friendly, but there's a very underlying threatening tone.
Yeah.
Well, now that our
Invitation
business,
to dinner.
as you say, is
You are the
complete,
main course.
we may actually leave town.
And where is it that you believe that you are going to go?
Perhaps back to my home city of Radmalak. Wherever we want. I was only here to deliver this package. Is there a reason why we should stick around?
Yes, it seems that the people of Page are busy with other matters, namely the cult of Genesis.
Ah, yes, the cult.
Notice that.
They are not friends among the aristocracy. Apparently, they tried to gain power through the different channels, as it were. However, they angered and stepped on a few toes on their climb. They flew too close to the sun. And it is true that Elizabeth Bolton has sought to undo the cult. They are no friends to the aristocracy anymore. I must let you know now that to be a member bearing such a symbol of the cult of Genesis is to be marked for death. You saw those out in the gibbets.
On the other side of the carriage, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We do not know what the cult is up to. Elizabeth Bolton has been... how you say... aggressive in her approach. It is more kill now, ask questions later. A fault and a mistake, I think, in her approach. Although I am no one to speak against her actions. For it is she who leads the midnight aristocracy. So,
We have witnessed the atrocities of this Genesis cult, and she is on point with her ideals.
and you have seen the fate that lies before them in Page. Though
And
it
I-
has done nothing to blunt their aggressive and most, indeed, how you say, I cannot even find the words. They are so bold as to ignore the threats and promise of doom in front of them, that they continue to steal the human folk, right out from underneath the aristocracy of Page, of the aristocracy of Midnight.
They have
Yes.
saturated the northern lands.
Saturated the northern lands,
Yes.
as you say. That is
What do you know of the origins of Genesis? Do they belong to a particular country or land?
That is the great mystery about them. They don't appear to have any ties to much of anything.
So they're a
Though
disease.
I have found paraphernalia of Genesis. They speak out against the great evil of the chaos and order. That the world is made for suffering, and that they claim to have found a cure for the suffering, to cleanse the evil of the great war between chaos and order. And it is so that they have attracted many, many numbers to their cause, though, even though it appears that they have a presence in every known realm of fierce time.
And how long? How many years have they been having a presence in Fierce Time?
It has been growing for over 200 years.
A very long time.
Longer than I have been alive. I am, as I had claimed before, a human. This thing is beyond my lifetime.
I see. And where are we headed, my lord? Your estate?
I have a small estate here within Victoria. I shall stay the night. You may stay as my honored guest, or you may go as you please. I have the alchemical supplies that I requested. I shall make a great fortune across the seas.
No, I don't mean to be insensitive. I'm aware of the nature of the residents of the aristocracy of Page, but where would I find a silversmith?
Any blacksmith may work silver.
It is allowed here.
It is allowed, though it is frowned upon. Though aristocracy of Page does receive a great amount of silver and jewels from the dwarves of Kosgoran Mountains.
They are nearby.
The Kosgoran Mountains are not far, a couple days' journey.
I see.
Though if you wish to find a silversmith, they are your greatest bet. The aristocracy has a fine deal with the dwarves.
Yes, I would like to seek one out.
Then find a dwarf.
Okay, perfect.
Now, with that in mind, might I also sort of suggest, if you do not wish to stay with me, find safe passage quickly from these lands.
Feel that in my bones.
Well, I think we should at least stay with the good Lord for one night. And decide what we will do.
As mentioned before, I would be happy to grant you a full honorary sponsorship of my part if you attend as my guests. There is a soiree, as I had said. If you attend as that and I am able to swear you in as my honorary benefactors, then I might be able to throw a little resources at your way.
LA parties.
Yeah, but to what end? Resources for what? We are not bound to anything in this land?
You are absolutely not bound, though you are vulnerable to the dark forces that work here. It is by only my cleverness and guile that I am the only living, breathing viceroy and lord of this land.
Yes.
I understand you might be new here. Every other member of this great kingdom, they are all undead. Vampire.
What happens when a shadow gale happens here?
Oh, interesting.
It is even more terrible than you've ever seen in any other land.
By the gods.
The common folk hunker down and cower in their dwellings, while the counts and lords and ladies of the land, they revel in it. Spirits are whipped up and crash about everywhere. It is a great festival when a shadow gale crosses these lands, but only among those who are in power.
Let's hope we don't witness
That is how you mentioned finding job.
Yes, Yes, but the more he talks about this place, the less I want to be here.
Same.
There's no reason to stay unless there's, how you say, pressing threats. Can we are seeking vengeance against Genesis.
If we were to do as you say, and wait a few days, attend the soiree, obtain your sponsorship, and let's just say in theory we had information that would be valuable to Her Ladyship Elizabeth Bolton, would we be able to negotiate a fee for that information, or would we be putting our lives in danger?
If you were able to expose anything about Genesis or enemies of the crown or the aristocracy, then most certainly such information would be rewarded. More so
Then
if
there's no request.
more so if you were under my sponsorship.
We might have such information.
Yes, I agree.
It has been a long day.
It has indeed been a long
Let
day.
us go drink and sleep.
More so,
Party.
Party.
I shall drop you off here. I have an
That makes
estate
sense.
to reach, and it appears that you do not wish to accompany me.
What?
No, we did not say
we
that.
do.
You do.
Oh
you
yes,
do.
most
Yes.
definitely.
I do wish to speak to a silversmith, but I can do that.
So then you shall stay the night at my estate,
Yes.
and you shall investigate something, hopefully something that will prove your worth to the aristocracy.
We may spend some
Yes.
time about in the city, taking care of a few items. Cyrano, did you conclude your business with the most honorable lord?
In this particular instance, I was just an errand boy.
The goods have been delivered. Was
No
in.
fee to be exchanged?
Should we just go to his estate, guys? Or are we going to go and pop around the
We'll
city?
head straight to his estate. I'd
Yeah.
like to leave. Oh, and that reminds me, perhaps you'd be interested. I summon Libris and have him like crawl in through the window or something if he can. I'd like for you to meet Libris.
The
my
window
lord.
doesn't open. It's just like a dragon-like form latches the outside. it's like a silhouette of a draconic Garfield stuck to the window.
Yeah.
Whack!
If you wouldn't mind opening the carriage door, that is my
Is it
friend.
not time yet, Garfield?
And something of a celebrity, I hear, around these parts. Come inside.
Oh yes, it's a pseudo-dragon. It's an endangered species in these parts.
Yes,
Ooh.
I was hoping that while we are out and about in town, my friend Libris could stay safe at your estate.
I do not have appropriate quarters for a pseudo-dragon, but he shall have free reign of my estate.
Do you have a library?
I do indeed.
He would find himself most comfortable there.
Excellent. Well then, we shall rest at my estate. And as you traverse the city of Victoria, we shall see if you are worthy indeed of my blessing and sponsorship.
In the meantime, do let us know if there's anything that we can do to be of service to you, my lord.
In time, I shall see if your deeds speak worthy of the rumors that you have been heralded by. For my dear sir, I must say that the quality of a pitchfork is judged by the way it tosses hay.
That is true.
Wise indeed. Wise indeed.
Where we are from, we have a similar saying about the grape and making wine, but yes, I
Yes.
understand.
Very well.
So yes, we'll ride to his estate. The rest of the
He takes you to an
Prison.
estate. He's got a pretty good spot. It is a smaller walled estate. It's not nearly as big as most of the other areas surrounding the larger noble area. There's quite a few houses in the noble district that you can see, and this is one of the smaller ones. But here you are. You're able to rest, you eat, he provides you with a hot meal, you eat dinner with him and make small talk.
Okay.
But at the end of all this,
We level up.
you're not quite.
Just kidding.
You're free to do what you want. What do you do?
Okay. First things first. I'm gonna go and find a blacksmith.
I got one
You
thing.
leave the estate.
No. It's not safe to do that yet. We're not quite minted. It is not safe to roam around.
I
You
thought.
must do that in the morning.
You think
After the ceremony. Yes, we are not protected yet.
so? The ceremony is not for a few
Your high
days.
nobleness.
We were told that we could go about the city freely.
Do you know the spell sending?
I
I
have
could be wrong.
a mage who may cast such a spell.
We should check with his lordship.
I'm trying to get a message to the little friend.
To who do you wish to send such a spell to?
Well, I didn't think it'd be this soon, but I never thought about how close we actually were. My next goal might be taking down my old master at Weathertop.
Who are you talking to?
I'm looking
Taz.
over at Taz.
You want to go back there, Mooney, after everything they did?
Well, I mean, we could beat Pai Mei, right?
You wish to go to a monastery?
Yeah, you ever heard of the monastery of Weathertop?
I have indeed. It is far south in the Cosgoran Mountains.
They practically laughed you out of that place, Mooney.
Why would you wish to go to such a place? Do you have ties to that land? To those people?
And I show my bracers as I bring them up, you know. I'm gonna be a new master. I teach the style of free fighting.
You know, here in the aristocracy of Page, we have such a monastery.
Do tell.
Do tell indeed. It is known as Zedringi Monastery. It is on the border of the aristocracy of Page and Mabao. Zedringi Monastery, they are masters of they are an unorthodox type of monastery. Strange people, dwarves. They started off as a brewery, but the more they drank and brawled, the more they learned that there was an artwork in drinking and brawling. They are masters at drinking and brawling, as it were. But it is a monastery, nonetheless, of monks who channel, as it were, the life energy.
Some more like abbots.
Something
Or Benedictine kind of monks. You know what I mean?
I could not
I
say.
don't think he
Mooney
does.
has such
Mooney.
big words.
No? You know the ones where like they shave the top of their head, you know, and they leave the side parts?
You do
Hey.
know.
They look like friars.
I know nothing of their style. All I know is that they drink, get drunk, and then fight.
Okay? That kind of just sounds like dwarves in general, though, right?
It does indeed. But they have a monastery. Something about the way of the drunken master. I cannot speak much more other than that.
Can you point it out on the map?
I can indeed.
I pull out a map in front of them.
He writes it down on the map. Pew! Right there. Dringy Monastery.
Show whiz.
I like it. Dringy.
Take a picture of the whole page.
Alright.
I like it.
Here?
I like the enlargement.
And we are
Victoria.
here.
They're up here.
Yeah.
Bottom
Okay.
of the bay.
It's actually not that far away, right?
Really? Actually, not that far away.
No.
Give me a quick second. Be right back.
Sure.
Can't hold it anymore.
400 miles?
Does
When
anybody
we need
else
to talk.
worry about that?
We're here, we're resting, we're in our quarters.
We
We need to figure out what's going on. You have a demon. You have
And
a
you
master problem.
do both have demons.
I am a master,
Happy with
okay?
my demons.
I teach my own fighting style. It's called free fighting.
I know, but they sound like they're trying to co-opt you. Do you really want your style of free fighting being known as the way of the drunken master?
I've never said that in my own life, like ever, okay?
Wait, he does not even drink.
I know.
So
These hacks, they get drunk and they try to co-opt your style, and they think that's
How do
okay.
you know?
You haven't even seen
The
us
style
fight.
has nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
The word of our fighting has traveled, my friends. Do you think?
They've been there for hundreds of years. What do you
They
even
literally
speaking
are
about?
called like
Because we are champions.
All I'm
Embrace
trying to
it,
say,
my
Moody,
friend.
is that you want to establish yourself as a master of the free fighters. When I heard the Viceroy describe the way they fight, it sounded
He
oddly
did
similar.
not describe the way they fight.
Yes, he did.
He literally just said they
But
drink
Moody
and
does
fight.
not drink and
I don't
fight.
drink and fight.
I know
It's
you
not
don't.
at all the same.
Listen, if you're not worried about it, then I'm not, okay? I'm
But that
just
does
saying.
not change the fact that he wants to go to every monastery and whoop their ass.
Yes.
The point is, we each have a problem, and I'm trying to figure out which direction we need to head in. The only one of us who really
Wait.
doesn't have a problem here
Wait.
is you.
No, I have.
He
places
has to go and meet his home.
I know
I
you
want to
will.
go to your house. at
But
least.
this is more of a convenience for them. They will find a
Don't
way.
you want to go visit his family?
No.
I'll be honest, I don't really want to go to Rodmalag.
Hold on one second here. Is
Yeah. You really don't.
I don't
No.
know. It doesn't
All
sound
of you don't really.
like any of
Unless
us
you're
would be
looking to
welcome there.
purchase
Pages
land.
bad, but
honestly,
Rodmalag was
yeah,
bad.
just
too.
getting into Page, like it's like that but worse, right?
Minus vampire.
I mean, how
It's,
don't we need like
magic.
passports? Or?
Let's just say the magic is pervasive, but
Yes.
also contained.
Oh.
Yes.
What do they do about
And
sorcerers?
possessive.
There are none.
There are no sorcerers.
When not registered and part of the guild. So
Right.
Okay, what's this part about like human? Like, are they taking the alive humans in Page and like taking them down, or are they just
you
getting
did
all
not
the
figure
humans?
it out.
murdered?
So the ritual only worked on the humans.
I know
so,
that, but,
so
like,
that's why they want more people to turn into their zombie slaves.
Are they
Well,
trying?
let's talk about this for a minute, because I am someone who comes from a place where all humans are powerless. And although there are some in Genesis who seemingly wish to use this ability to create an army, are we sure that's all of them?
What do you mean?
Are we sure that it's all of them that wish to use this as a reason for evil? Maybe some of them truly wish to give people power so that they may protect themselves.
Well, that is the lie that they
I
are
feel
telling
they are
their followers.
misled, my friend.
But we have seen the truth.
Perhaps their order has been co-opted. It's existed for hundreds of years. I've seen it where I came from.
You keep using that word, but I don't think you know what it means.
I'm using it correctly
Good
this time.
job, Drake.
I'm just saying they've been
Damn it,
around for a
everybody.
long time.
We.
Why now?
Why what?
Why all of the evil
They are doing
now?
all of the testing.
They don't
Everywhere
think
you have
they're
been, you
evil.
have seen them evolve their technique, and now we know that it only works mostly on humans, and now they are stealing humans. It's
And
not.
it took 200 years
It
for
does
them
not.
to
It
figure
does not
all
take
this out?
19 intelligence to figure
Taz.
this out.
I'm just saying it
They have
sounds like
forgotten their
it's-
way.
it sounds like someone new is involved. In 200 years, they never figured this out, and now they suddenly have.
Wait, perhaps.
Something new has happened within the cult of Genesis.
Are you looking for salvation in their members?
No,
Maybe it's you.
no, but
Whoa.
Well, they said they're getting rid of like the darkness from Alabarnum, right?
I'm just saying that I can relate to being powerless.
Like they're trying to clean up what's left
Okay.
over from the Chaos Wars, is what they also said.
Yes.
Yes, they.
Okay, perhaps we shall not commit them all to death. As we have noticed, that the ritual came as a surprise to their second in command in Kermoira.
Correct.
So you feel
They
their
are
actions
lying to
are
ones of their
innocence,
own-
possibly, or ignorance?
There's deception within their ranks. Michael.
Ignorance is the right word.
Ignorance, deception, I don't know what, but there is
So
something more.
We should not just kill them all.
We should not.
Yeah, but it's not a free
So-
pass.
Right.
So maybe we should give the information we know where two portals have brought.
No, we cannot risk it. You've seen what that woman did to those 3 poor souls in those cages. At her order, they were tortured in the
So
streets.
you have a soft spot for Genesis now?
I have a soft spot for those who have nothing further of use to give. And those 2 people were killed.
Yes, and then they will be turned
Do you
into
have-
skeletons and be put into
No.
servitude.
Do you have information
to
that
give.
could be used against Genesis?
I didn't realize you were still here.
Yeah, we're like after long rest. Sorry. We're
He
not.
walks around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did not mean
out
to
of mist,
eavesdrop,
perhaps.
but I just happened around the corner and I thought I heard something.
Everything is fine here.
These are not the doors you're looking for.
There is no war, bossy, say.
I'm about to be on my way, but I just wanted to say that if you had something where you could turn people over from Genesis, it would definitely earn you favor with
You
Elizabeth
feel like you
Blatherly
need to
in the
pee.
Midnight Aristocracy.
Are you talking about that guy, right?
We do
Yes.
indeed have information.
Oh, that is fantastic. I hope you use that to your advantage. Now, I must be on my way. Apparently, I'm not supposed to be here right now.
Goodbye, my lord.
Yes, goodbye, my lord. Most honorable.
And a good night to you.
Listen, we know that Genesis is operating somewhere nearby in the Kazkoran Mountains. And I learned just today by eavesdropping in that interrogation.
Yeah, but you know what they know, okay?
Yes.
Like, you want to get caught up in that? We have a bunch of, like, those Genesis fucking things, because we took a bunch of them as trophies. Okay? You want to get caught with any of this shit? Like, it's all contraband at this
Oh,
point.
my friend, you do not know. We are well known. Our group is known as ones who attack
We are
and
known
kill
as
Genesis.
pitting ourselves against
Don't
Genesis.
do not worry about being misunderstood.
We've made our
I know
mark
we
as
have
the Black
we have
Lotus, my
fought
friend.
this for many years. I'm sure all of us individually.
Yes,
but now our
many
group is known.
years.
Mooney, I don't think I want to get caught up in whatever it is that the aristocracy has planned for the members of Genesis tonight at that brewery. But I wouldn't mind keeping an eye on it from afar.
I would actually like to be there.
You would like to be there?
And Mooney wants to.
Me too.
Likes his business. So
Yes.
perhaps we should speak to Viceroy and ask if there's a way that we can get temporary passage, temporary
Or at least
citizenship,
back
or
seat.
I mean, we can take care of ourselves. We
You-
can
Okay.
walk through the city.
We are allowed to. We can walk through the city, right? Well then, fine.
Amongst the dead.
We've got some time to kill. I do need to find a silversmith. Perhaps you and Mooney and Nakma could go scout out the brewery to learn the layout.
Oh, but splitting up is a bad idea.
Always.
You want to go with me to the silversmith?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do some
Yes.
silver things.
Take 5.
I will go with you.
Very well.
Yes, we should not split up.
I would like to find
It's a big city with vampires.
Yeah, I mean, he could get
That's how they
highways.
get you. When you split
That's
up.
true.
They always
That is
wait
true.
for you when you're by yourself.
I'm going to go upstairs.
By myself.
Why?
I'll
Never
see
go
you
upstairs.
later. I'll be right back. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'll be
Never
right back.
go
You should
upstairs.
switch out the ring with the silver one.
Oh.
Which ring?
The one in your nose.
Good idea.
Cool. I'll do that. Actually.
You can knock them right in their face when they go to bite them.
Yes. So that,
I don't like that. Yeah.
Okay, so we must go
Maybe
speak to
we'll
the
buy you
Viceroy
another
and see if
car.
we can be of help at this midnight raid.
I'm gonna go with Taz.
Yeah, and then I want to go find
you call it a ballroom blitz.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
a dwarf that can help me forge some silver.
Blitz. On the way.
Now, there are a few dwarves in the city who could help you.
I'm
That
looking,
I am certain of.
I'm looking for someone that can do very fine detail work. I'm looking to have some brooches and pins made.
Gotta pass the word.
It's a merc. It's a merc going.
Now I see why you need the money.
Of course. It's not cheap spreading the word of
Cyrano has
science.
some money for such endeavors.
What if we get like inlay? Can we do that too? Like when we're there, get like an inlay, like on my spear.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be nice.
With the Black Lotus.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
Yeah, are you not doing, you do not have the cloak, or we ended up giving you a bellowing cloak
No, I have a billowing cloak.
with
and-
the embroidery.
With
yeah,
the
but,
embroidery.
but we can get it on the blade.
Oui, that
too,
would be
with the
really cool.
spear.
Yes.
Maybe perhaps some shurikens.
Oh.
I happen to know of one such
Lotus shurikens.
smith that you might be looking for. Now, her name is known as, well, she is known as the,
Dwarf?
yes, the dwarf. She is Gunlada the Silverfist. Not now, Jarvis. I said not when I am entreating with customers and clientele and company.
Get out of here, Jarvis.
Gunloda Silverfist.
Lotus Silverfish.
Now, from what I understand, she is one of the finest silversmiths in all the city. And I would recommend that you go and entreat and communicate with her on your needs.
Perfect. Thank you, my lord. I appreciate the advice. I will seek out Gunwilla.
Now, it is a new day, and I must ask that you return soon. Tonight is the actual festival at the crowning achievement, the Castle of Victoria.
And what is the name of the festival?
Oh, it is known as the Sanguine Soiree.
The Sanguine Soiree.
Indeed.
Oh, boy.
And you are sure that my familiar will be fine in your library?
Your familiar shall be under the gentlest of care.
Perfect. He likes honey. If you find yourself interested in spending a bit of time with him.
Honey ham shall be what shall be on the menu tonight then, while we are away.
I'm gonna send a message to my familiar. I'd like for him to try to read any books that have to do with the Sanguine Soiree and its customs, the way to act during that type of a party, all that stuff.
Might I ask that if you are traveling out and about today, and if you do what I suspect that it is that you are going to do, please bring back living members of the Cult of Genesis. Such creatures are of
Immense value.
immense value during this Sanguine Soiree.
Oh.
From what I speculate, could we
Has his
say
eye kind of twitches.
delicacy?
I see.
Value.
I shall promise you shall be most compensated.
And is it the law here that
They be kept alive.
No.
very well?
Enemies of the
Yeah,
aristocracy.
outwardly tortured.
Mm-hmm.
Enemies of the aristocracy are dealt with appropriately.
Very well.
Way to go.
Any directions to Gunwala?
I hear that she has a shop on the market. I do not actually entreat with her myself. So,
What about the Lux Lagers?
Oh, the brewery.
the what?
Luxurious Lagers, the brewery.
Luxurious lagers.
Luxurious
It is a
lager
brew house
brewery.
that is here in town. They brew many ales, and most of those ales and lagers, preferably lagers, I hear they have an enchanted storehouse that is kept cold. Most of them they deport to the Kazgor Mountains for the dwarves.
Hawthorne Mountains. Okay.
The dwarves are unable to grow grains as we are here, so they ship all the lager off in the barrels.
Okay.
Young Balthazar, you look as if you have come to a revelation of some sort.
Well, it's no secret.
He's thirsty.
There were 3 people being tortured in the streets, and I overheard one of them discussing the location of a drop point tonight at midnight at the Luxurious Lager Brewery. And,
It is good to know is that you are not just a drunk then.
no,
That was our
but
other friend.
I am drunk.
Your other friend.
Other.
The elf.
He departed.
There is an elf among your party.
No,
No.
as we said when we first picked us up,
My
he is
lord,
not really with us.
Just an acquaintance.
do
Nothing
you wish
special.
to be at the edge of this revelation of the cult of Genesis, or do you wish for Elizabeth Bolton to, shall we say,
Take credit.
outwit
the
and
credit.
outguile?
Elizabeth Bolton is always the one who takes the credit for everything. That's how she maintains control over the midnight aristocracy. It is just a part of what she is that she does.
And so you accept
However, those that give her the means by which she remains in power are usually those who continue to benefit off of her goodwill.
this? Very well. Then we will communicate to you what we are able to learn tonight, but just know that there are others who are ahead of us already.
Very well. But until you are sworn in, I cannot do anything to defend you, so I must ask that you
Behave ourselves.
tread lightly.
But of course.
Understood.
Incognito.
That's all we know how to do.
That is not what the rumors tell. I have heard of a great many people. A lizard man, a burned minotaur, a turtle man who is not present, people who have staved off Genesis before, who have cured lands of disease and plague, and who have even resisted the curse of the hag. Yes,
Happens.
How that's spread.
your rumor precedes you. Word gets around.
Some more?
So much for a low profile.
Let us do some shopping.
Yes, let us do
Didn't
some
even know
shopping.
about a monster.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head out to Gunladas with my friends.
You head out.
Before
You're on your
we
way.
depart, Cyrano.
Wait.
Keep an eye on your head, my friend.
As you were
Always
traveling,
attached.
as you were leaving the estate and you travel about, you come across Strider, who is wandering the streets.
Like always.
Just put
Yeah.
him in a bag of holding.
Like always. And he sees all of you, and I'm assuming this is one of the scenarios where you're all like, oh, geez, don't look.
No, Balthazar's pissed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, he walks right up to Balthazar.
Like
Oh,
nothing.
monocles.
Like nothing.
Hey,
Hey. What's up?
It's just me and Taz. And
just
Dolphy.
you two?
Yeah.
Mooney's
going
not
on?
there?
No, he went somewhere else.
I don't
Okay.
know why I
What?
wouldn't follow.
No, we're all together.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah, we're all
my
together.
manacles.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought him and I took off.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I brought your manacles. I got 2 sets for you here. 2 sets of manacles.
Keys.
Careful, Mooney. One of those might have your name on
2
them.
sets of keys.
I checked to see if they both work right in front of me.
Come on.
They both work, right?
They both work.
One's got a big M on it.
Where did she think you two were about to go off and have a life at, Strider?
What, us two? What? What are you talking about?
Yeah. What did you have her convinced of? You were gonna move in with Kalefell in the ivory spires of Ellendale?
Oh,
You're such a gossip colonist.
okay. You know what? I know what it looks like. And I know what it
What if one
also...
day our faces are on a wanted poster? Will we be in manacles next?
Yes.
You might, but not.
I'm not gonna... I'm not
Believe
gonna
me,
lie to
you be
you.
the first.
I'm not gonna lie to you about this. I'm gonna tell you straightforward, here and now. This is not the first time that I have gotten close to a woman who was wanted and turned her in for the bounty.
Do you know how many
the booty?
times that I have been in the company of someone in this new land I find myself in, and the first thing that they have to say is, well, fucking elves, am I right? Is that the reputation that you want to spread for your people? They already hate you.
It's the reputation that precedes me.
Yes, well, I know better. I've
Do
seen
you?
you at your best.
Oh, you know better. You know better?
I've seen you struggling to fight on our side, terrified of falling out of a chariot, wondering what might happen to us, and then
Yeah,
you treat someone
As I
that way?
fall and crash to the ground and my chariot collides into a wall. Yes, you've seen me at my best. You've seen me. You know what? And he takes up like the empty bottle of wine that he has. Like, you've seen me at my best? Have you?
Here we go.
Beautiful.
Here we go, everyone.
Fine.
How is this low profile?
Low profile,
When you
Mooney.
call alcoholic.
You're a
never
god's
low profile.
damned lizard person walking around in a place you don't belong. Everywhere you go, you're nothing but... You're the opposite of low profile, Mooney.
Pay no attention to him, Mooney. He's angry that we are exposing him
jealous.
for the cheat
I'm
that
the
he
drink.
is.
Balthazar, no offense, my friends.
Give
You
him
don't know
booze.
anything about that elven woman who was convicted as a poisoner.
That's true.
It doesn't
Look,
matter.
Very true.
If he wishes to do his own business, it's his own deal.
I get it.
Nothing
I
to
get
do
it.
with you.
No, I get it. It's fine. I understand. You don't want me here. You don't.
I keep saying that over.
What have I done? I've managed to crash a
have
chariot,
you done?
fall into the ocean. I shot a couple of arrows from my bow. I haven't gotten any kills under my belt since I've joined your group.
You killed my ear.
Yeah, I did it. I'm actually Facerillian
You already said you were
Sylvanar,
sorry.
and I And I furling tagged your ear. Why?
Did
Because
furling
at that point in
tag.
time, you were nothing but a beast that needed to be
Bastard.
tagged. You were a means to an end. And I am sorry. You want that?
Yes.
Is that
thank
what you
That's
want?
twice. I
That I'm
believe it.
sorry
But you came back
sincere
for
now.
us.
that I'm back.
No, you came back for us.
That
when
you
we
came
needed
back
you.
for me.
Yeah, and Kilgora.
You came back for me.
We did.
It was Kilgora. And you know what? You don't even know how long it has been since somebody came back for me. I was dead on top of that mountain. No one was coming back for me. I was about to finally meet my end. 300 years into my life, and I was dead.
I feel like that. I need an insight check on that.
Do it.
300 years.
Do it.
13.
Yeah.
You can't just go around convincing people to trust you, Face Trillion, and then turning them into the authorities.
You're right. That's why I let her go.
Oh, come on, really?
Her and the Minotaur.
Oh, what have you done
What
with
about the
him?
halfling?
Still on the
It's the
ship.
right thing to do.
There's no bounty on the
They are
halfling.
wanted.
I mean, fuck the Minotaur.
There's no bounty.
Sorry.
Whoa.
There's
But-
no bounty on the halfling, so there was nothing for
It
me
was
to cash in
squashed
at
with
the
humans.
time. I was thinking about cashing in on a bounty. I was going to get the gold, and I was going to refill my stock. And you know what? You know what?
Fell
You're
in
right.
love, didn't you?
I have been the hero and the anti-hero so many times in my life that I have never relied on anyone. Everyone else was always a means to an end. And you guys are the only ones for the first time in over 300 years. Even my own cousin.
What about those guys in khaki?
Those
They
dirty
worked for me.
bastards.
As the
They
Dark
were out for
Master said,
themselves.
why didn't you lead with that?
You heard what he said.
I did. I started asking questions.
You're right.
I gave you answers.
I'm sorry.
And you know what?
I lost my temper.
You know what? I'm done. Here. Throws you a bag of holding.
Oh no.
I'm done.
Fair enough.
I understand I have a lot to work on.
Don't go.
I'm gonna...
I kind of like hits my chest.
Hey.
Yeah.
Just a flat bag.
I'm gonna make the world a better place.
Oh, I've heard that before.
You just continue being you, my friend.
Yes.
It has been a pleasure.
Listen, from the start, you said some pretty provocative things, but your actions have proved different. Right? And I,
Provoking? Not provoking?
as a Minotaur which has lack of trust from anything on this planet, believe in you, Vestrilian.
You sound
As much as that
so
hurts my
much like the original king of Mintios that it makes me sick.
stomach. We're on the same page with the nausea. So there's something here.
You know what? The last time I saw him, he was walking away because he was tired of my shit too. And it's been my entire life. 300 years of people walking away from me.
Face Trillion.
I'm not
It's my
walking
turn.
away from you.
It's my-
What happened to that king?
Yes, good question.
He went back to Mintios. Had a
Not
family.
me.
He just couldn't handle the fact that I put an arrow between the eyes of a princess.
Ooh.
But without context, you would never know.
Do tell. The arrow.
It was nice to spend some time with you, my friend.
It was an arrow. She bled out, hardly a whimper, as she died on
the
the
princess.
dirt in front of me. Princesses, beggars, they all bleed the same.
So it's one
Very
confirmed
true.
kill, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the
Right.
trails, Mooney.
Next time you won't see me. I'll see you before.
That's fine. Fair enough. I'm sure I'll smell you before.
Good one.
Alright.
Bastard. Are we able to make it to the silversmith?
Just know you can't outrun me.
Can't run my arrow
Even though
with your
we,
pumped up kicks.
I don't have to.
Vestrilian, even though we
Catch it.
had our differences, You are
You're just like Durin. I don't want to hear it.
Welcome in as Al Raja.
I'm out. Gods be with us all. Farewell, Cyrano.
Watch your back.
Thanks for all the wine.
See you next time.
Tell Kelphil I say hello.
KFL can blow it.
Bada bing.
And he walks away.
Likewise.
Oh no, don't leave.
You know, for someone who makes deals with devils, you are quite judgy. You should deal with that.
Let's get on board.
How's that for calling it for a
There's a
night?
lot of hypocrisy. in this.
I think that's our game.
Good game. Could go on
There
forever
we
for
are. Good night,
Should've
Steve.
just
Badger
changed
Sack
it
went to
to
bed already. Good night, Stevicus.
me. Yeah, he always goes to bed
Nice
early.
Stevekus.
Later, man.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Drunken master. Those are the last.